monsters, demons, possibly aliens, to the Devil's Work podcast, the one and only podcast where myself, Skeptik, and my glorious co-host PsydeShow watch the world's most fucked up movies so that you don't have to.
But you should.
But you should. Big asterisk there.
Oh man, we got a fucking fun one today, dude. This is a really fun episode.
Yeah,
I can smell it.
we ran into some issues. We could not find the movie that I had chosen. Uh,
Yeah, which is weird because
We
I
Are
will
the
say,
Flesh.
yeah, We Are the Flesh, and that one I had seen it before. It was on Shutter, so it was just very
This
strange that we couldn't find it at all.
this is the problem with this capitalist hellscape we live in. The
Exactly.
Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, and for some reason the Lord is some fucking dickhead from San Jose.
That's
Not even
it.
from, just
Not
lives
even from.
there.
He just claims
It
it.
just lives there. Fucking go Sharks. Yeah, fuck you. Uh
Yeah, well,
today.
this is I would say we have done anime on this podcast. We have only
Mhm.
done Grave of the Fireflies, I believe.
We've done Grave of the Fireflies. I feel like we've done
I feel like we did another one
something
or something that
else.
felt like it. You know what I mean? I feel like somewhere along the lines we must have done the one. But
Well,
I'm
well,
just
I guess
saying
Fritz the cat kind of
as
has.
animation, yeah, for
It's
sure,
a it's an
absolutely.
odd it's a Gonzo anime if you really think
A
about it.
Gantz. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
it's very, but this is gonna be
yeah, we need to get
in our
some more anime
wheelhouse.
up in here
Yeah, dude.
for sure. But yeah, so instead of We Are the Flesh today, we're talking about a movie that I pulled directly out of my asshole for this occasion. I just kept going, well, like, what about this? That's hard to find. What about this? That's hard to find. Jesus Christ, Jesus fuck. Like, what are we gonna do? But we
Stop having
landed.
niche interests.
Yeah, that is unfortunately my whole problem. But today we landed on a adaptation of a manga written by Hiroya Oku. That manga being Gantz, and this film being Gantz O, the adaptation of the Osaka arc from one of the very rare. So most like manga and anime that's popular in America is
Mhm.
what's called shonen. So like
Yeah.
Shonen Jump.
Yep.
And shonen means like young boy, like 10-year-old to like teenager.
Yeah. What was the opposite? The Sailor Moon. The because I know it had
That'd
Magic
be
Girls, but I
that
know
would be
the
shoujo.
Shoujo. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Shoujo would be a young girl. So Gantz is actually a seinen, which means it's for like early early 20s, late teens kind
Oh,
of
I
kind
was
of
gonna say the
audience.
older brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
Uh,
it's like a little bit more mature. And honestly, like I don't know. It's like a pretty uh it's kind of like fucking the the difference between comic books and graphic novels.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
Action figures and toys. Yeah.
Kind of where we're at with it, to be honest. But let me put it this way, like Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter,
Hmm.
those are shonens, but like Berserk and Gantz
Yeah.
and Vinland Saga, those are seinens. And
Oh, I see. I see.
yeah, so a little more mature. Those three are three of the titles that actually are more mature.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just means there's just more blood and
More
boobies.
blood. Yeah, which is kind of what I felt with this one. There was a lot more. I mean, obviously, you're going to get one part that's like pretty explicit, but it's like, I don't know. It was more like older brother. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of felt like if I'd have watched this shit when I was like 13, oh man, I would have been all over this shit, dude. I would have been all over it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it,
Still rips
honestly.
though. That's what I'm saying. I'm
I
not
uh
like saying shit about that. Like the shit rips, dude.
I read the whole manga a few years back,
Wow. Okay.
and
Okay. So
it's
you're
it's
gonna have a lot more insight than as it is with these episodes, these types of episodes, because we covered a lot of Yakuza movies that I know you've had a lot of more experience with, like the games, and like you've read books and stuff. You've read different more mangas than me. You obviously more manga, like, but you've
Yeah.
read a lot of different things. You had a lot of perspective on that style of art. And so I appreciate it when you bring it into this podcast, because it's always really, really cool to hear like someone who's more knowledgeable on it than I am, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And I like being able to blather on about my niche interests. So thanks for the outlet to just go on and
This
on
is a
about
safe
bullshit.
place. This is a safe place.
That's right. It's a very interesting book. There's quite a few differences between the book and the movie, but the movie is one of the very rare good anime adaptations
Mm-hmm.
of a manga.
Okay.
It like there's a lot of good anime movies that are
Yeah.
either like
They're like in between seasons, or like,
well, no, I mean like that are like original, because
oh, I see, I see.
because exact what you're describing is the problem. Most
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
anime movies
It's
are
like Dragon
bad.
Ball and, yeah, Bleach too, and all those, yeah.
Yeah, most anime movies are bad because they just don't make sense. They like the Dragon Ball movies are like interesting in some ways and like
Mm-hmm.
fun to watch. Like for sure, watching like Broly and them fighting Janemba and all that shit. Like there's interesting parts of it, but it like falls apart really quick when you're like, wait a minute, like they didn't take the time to even like figure out who all should be alive at a given time because
Yeah, yeah.
there's certain points where you're like, wait, he should be dead and he should be dead if they like have Super Saiyan 2 or
Yeah.
or this or whatever, you know.
There's a lot of math that starts getting involved.
Yeah, which is just but ultimately like I guess it doesn't matter in a lot of ways, but I don't know. To me it just seems like not even taking the time to like proofread and make your shit, consistent.
Yeah, again, because I haven't watched too many of those, but like from what I have seen, like you're right, the standalone anime, or like animated movies that are just anime films, those ones tend to be really, really filled with a lot of like very, very interesting stuff. I really want to do Perfect Blue on here. I want to do, like, the big heavy hitters from like the, what the fuck was the other one? Lily Cat was one I keep talking about. I really, really want to do Lily Cat. That's a fun one.
I don't that one I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
But
it's a really cool fucking anime movie, like horror. It's like Aliens but with a cat.
those are um like good examples of kind of what I'm getting at with Gantz, which is that like most good anime movies are more original
Oh
rather than
yeah,
adaptations because
that's
it's very hard to do. Like Gantz is almost like 400 chapters, dude.
oh wow.
Gantz is super fucking long.
Fuck, that's crazy.
So
And the
it's
anime is
just
only like 2 seasons, huh?
the anime is only 26 episodes. It's
Yeah, so
383 chapters.
wow.
It's thousands of
That's
pages.
crazy condensed.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's a lot.
Mm.
So it just like 26 episodes is never going to tell that whole story. So what happens a lot in animes and what happened in the Gantz anime is they just go, we're not going to get to the whole thing, so we'll like do it kind of up to a point, and then we'll just do like our own ending and finale.
Oh, I see.
So that happens a lot, and it kind of sour shit. So, generally the manga is better. Like Promised Neverland is kind of famous for this, and now they're actually doing a reboot of that soon. So the first season is really, really great. And
Hmm.
then in the second season, literally in like a montage,
Hmm.
they cover like 200 chapters
Oh
of the
shit.
manga. They just literally
Yada
go
yada yada.
they're like, there's this huge quest that we need to go on now, and you're like, oh, I guess that's going to be the next couple seasons, and then they're just like, so we went on the quest and we did it, and now everything's
The
good, and you're
fuck?
just like, what? It, but at the same time, it showed enough of it that it like ruined it. That it was just
I see,
like,
I see, I see. It's like the promise of what could have been and shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, like the montage was so explicit in like several of the things that they did during these
I
200
see, I
chapters that are
see, I
just like,
see.
you son of a bitch, like this should have been a couple of seasons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. for
but
sure.
they're actually remaking that now. So yeah, the Gantz anime is from what I've heard, it's like not bad,
Mhm.
but I know that it definitely goes in like a completely different direction. And even
Interesting.
the finale of the actual manga was a little bit rushed. Like
Yeah.
you can tell it like I'll explain a lot more later of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like what happens and the craziness that all goes into because it's fucking insane. When I like some of these sentences that I'm gonna say to you later, you're not gonna believe them. You're not gonna believe
Man,
you're
we
gonna say
covered verses on
no. I'm
we
gonna find pictures of some of these things to show you because you're gonna go no, that's
we
not true.
we've
What you're
covered
telling me.
verses on this show, and there's like I was like, what in the fuck am I watching? That and then what you want to talk about the Dead or Alive series too? Go back and listen to those episodes for how
Hmm.
fucking batshit those movies get. So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not totally out of the realm of possible. At one point, I did just like during the movie, I was like, what in the fuck? I was screaming in the
And I
room.
think I know exactly what
Yeah,
season
yeah,
what point that is.
yeah.
And if I might maybe give a little something away to the rest of the crowd here, was it the billions of titties?
Oh, that's exactly what it was. Literally, it was just I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Suddenly, where before there were none, billions of titties.
Oh, that was
Look, it doesn't
so
make sense
fucking
now, but
crazy.
in about an hour it will make sense,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
promise.
Yeah, it was like there was elements of like body horror and there
Mhm. Oh,
obviously there's
big
a lot of
time.
yeah, there's a lot of like and aliens question mark for sure. Like question mark, but monsters for sure is just a better way of like explaining what I
It's
saw.
it is just so all over the place,
It is.
and it's all yeah, I got a lot to say,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. But it, give him the like overall synopsis of what we're going to be seeing. Because so for those who are unaware, this is the arc that takes place within the manga that they've like kind of honed in on and like we're just looking
yeah,
a little microscope under.
they took one specific arc and truly like it because it's all kind of like missions,
Mm,
but they took like the best part that you could have taken to just like out of context.
yeah,
And I was really thinking about it and I was like in a vacuum without knowing anything else, it actually is like a horror movie and B like it stands alone.
it
If this was all of it, you'd be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
it kept me locked in for the entirety of that runtime, and they don't waste a single fucking second of that runtime. It's incredible. Like that shit was, I was glued to that screen, dude. It was so good.
I'm glad you liked it because I really had to go deep into my mind palace to get this one.
No, yeah,
It
the animation, like the story was good. I was like intrigued. It was really just good. I was like, that's fucking solid.
maybe eventually we'll do a let's play of the PS2 game.
Oh, let's do it. What the fuck, dude? Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I've never played it. What must that be like, right?
We need to fucking
Like
we need to have a reason to actually use the Twitch fucking stream at some point of the Twitch channel. So yes,
that's
please let's
yeah,
fucking do
same.
it.
Um, but yeah, so Gantz is a giant black like like void, literally like void black sphere that when people die in accidents or murders or what have you, it chooses based on criteria that truly are never clear. There's like no real reason methodology of who it chooses. It
It's
just
just like the
sometimes
cut of your jib.
the cut of your jib. It will pluck you from the jaws of death and bring you into a barren, empty apartment. I guess you have to die right as like it needs somebody, but
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, there's a lot of like things that gotta align
I
for
was
this.
realizing like yeah, like if you die in this little window right when it's like gearing up for a mission, then you might get revived. So very luck based.
Yeah, very much.
But is it the short straw or the long straw? We'll find
Yep,
out.
yep.
Um, and Gantz tasks you with a mission. It gives you a target and it gives you a time limit. You are given a black, like skin tight leather suit that provides protection and enhanced strength and speed.
I think
You,
Trinity from the Matrix,
hmm
and then
Yeah,
a little spot of blue.
very iconic. The suits are very
Yeah, the
iconic.
suits look fucking sick.
Um, and you're given some weapons, and basically you have to survive until the end. And even if your limbs are blown off and you're dying, if you survive until the end, you get to live to fight another day.
Yeah, and I thought this was gonna be like another survival game type of thing with like,
It
but
kind of
it
is.
is, it
It
is,
kind
but
of
but in a
is.
different sense. I was expecting like Hunger Games esque stuff where it's a battle royale type beat. I was expecting that from it, and when it was like, no, we're all fighting an enemy, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like that's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, kind of Battle Royale too.
Oh, funny. I haven't seen it yet. So
You've never seen Battle
I've
Royale
never seen
too?
Battle Royale 2. I've only seen
As
the
I
first one.
live and breathe.
That's not- yeah, no, I fucking do it. Pull
Side
the
shift
trigger.
Shogales.
That's good. Yeah, no, I've never seen it, so I was expecting more of like the first one, like that Battle
Okay.
Royale. Yeah, like
Okay. Well, we'll have to do those soon. Um,
we're
but
creeping
yeah,
up to
so
100. We said it was all bangers.
that's right. That's true. We're on the march. Well, we'd have to do
Plus,
them back to back, so
yeah.
maybe we'll do those soon. Um, so basically, that's the rules for Gantz. Now, having given you the rules for Gantz, what happens in Gantzo is that this kid Kato looks like a maybe late teens boy. He dies in a subway station. He's revived by Gantz, and he is sent to Osaka, where real bad things are happening,
Mhm.
and he has to fight for his goddamn life so he can get back to his brother and his birthday party.
And his birthday party. Yeah, I know. That was
Yeah, it's his
good.
little brother's birthday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. It's just so funny to add to it.
And shenanigans ensue.
Yeah, very much hilarity ensues, dude. That shit. And
Yes.
I will say it's interesting too. I think they explain the death, how he dies in a train station in two different ways in the anime and in the movie.
Go on.
Because I think what I read, I haven't seen the anime, so
Uh-huh.
what I read in the little synopsis was that he dies by getting hit by a train.
Yeah, yeah. In the in
Oh,
the
okay.
in the well, if I tell you now, it's
I was
kind of
gonna
a
say just wait,
spoiler.
yeah, just wait.
It's
But
kind of a spoiler.
yeah, okay, but he
Yeah.
does that. You're right. He just dies in a train
But
station, and
yes,
then he
yeah,
wakes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
In the manga, he gets hit by the train. In the anime in the movie, he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
Another very controversial thing is that it's CGI, and to anime fans,
Oh,
CGI is
no, no.
like big no,
Hmm.
because most of the time it's being used because you're lazy and you want to like it's easier to make a CGI model and
Hmm.
then just move that model and like
Yes,
get the different angles than it is to like hand draw. You know what I
the
mean? Like if you're
frames and
drawing a
everything. Yeah,
scene
yeah,
where there's like some sort of a like pan and truck
yeah. Hmm.
simultaneously going on. Uh, it's just easier to have a CGI model, but it doesn't always look good. So
Yeah, fair. I thought this shit looked great,
this is
dude.
beautiful. This
I
is
thought it
beautiful.
looked great, dude.
This is like top-notch CGI, but like
Yeah.
lazy CGI can be very bad.
Yeah, 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 and it's very like it's very apparent. Like you're very clued into like what, because it's the art style, the drastic switch in art styles is just like it's jarring a lot of the time. You're just like, oh, I don't really fuck with that. But like this, they use that art style very effectively, where it's like that's the whole movie. Like it's just 3D.
This is like when Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within came out, and
Thank
I
you for
was like,
bringing that up.
and
I was waiting to bring it up. I was fucking itching.
I was like, this isn't Final Fantasy, but this shit's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like, what
dude.
is
Yeah, yeah. It
happening?
reminded me of the Resident Evil movie
Yeah,
that came out, the animated one too.
yeah, all of those are actually really good, the
Really
CGI
good.
movies and canon.
Oh, yep, yep, exactly.
Yeah, explains why Leon doesn't give a shit anymore. He's just so tired. He's
The
just
internet
so.
is so thirsty for him
I love like in the game, he's just like, yeah, I guess I'll
though.
chainsaw duel this guy. Like
You the fuck, brother? What?
he's been doing it for so long.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, so getting back to this, I really, really, really enjoyed the animation style, so that was really fun. But
Mm.
again, not having any clue as to what was in the manga, what was in the anime, just going in again, like you said, going in without any sort of knowledge, it fucking rips. It's a fun, it gives you plenty of context clues and like literally just gives you all the exposition you need to get through it because it sounds like what you said from the anime, from the sounds of it, like this is just kind of, they just keep completing missions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. In the anime, uh they die, they come become part of the Gantz team.
Mm-hmm.
They go on like a series of missions, and for a long time it just sort of seems like nothing's happening really. Like this just goes on and on.
Yeah.
And then the Osaka arc happens, at which point you realize there's more than one Gantz
Oh,
ball
I
and
see.
more than one Gantz
Like
team.
team, yeah,
Yeah, because
that's
there's
sick.
no explanation. You just
Hmm.
die and you wake up and it just goes, here's the target. You want a sword or you want a gun? Figure it out, dipshit.
Exactly.
Like, um, so
Oh,
the
that's funny.
the Osaka arc is them like realizing that, and then after the Osaka arc is the catastrophe arc,
Mm.
and the catastrophe arc is where men are made. That is
Separates the men from the boys.
it's really good. I actually really am like thinking about doing a reread after
Oh, hell yeah.
after watching this. Like it's been quite a few years since I read it, but
This got me hungry for more Gans for sure. I really was like, yeah, I can definitely use some more of this world. Like, this is
I
definitely the perfect starting point for
I
something
think
to
you'd
consider.
really fuck with the manga.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to read that. That shit sounds fucking sick. Again, the like art is beautiful though too. Like I really, really cannot stress enough the images that I've seen from the manga. They look fucking incredible.
I don't know if it's true, but I remember having heard that Oku, the guy who draws Gantz,
Hmm.
that he had been a um hentai artist before he drew Gantz,
Makes
and
sense. Makes sense.
there's quite a bit of stuff in Gantz that kind of support that feeling. And then he
Oh,
actually
really?
he did a spin-off called Gantz G, where it's just you know how they talk about Kurano a couple times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's what if he was a girl? Is just like that's just the whole
Gender bend.
pitch.
What the fuck?
It's just what if this one guy
Whoa,
was a girl
strange.
instead?
So strange. Why would you?
Yeah, and like
So weird.
Reika, the female lead,
Yeah.
and Yamazaki, don't look up figures of them. Let me just put it that way. Unless that's what you want on your digital
Exactly.
footprint, then go for it, you deviant. You've probably seen like
They,
these images
yeah,
before. Let
yeah,
me put it
yeah.
that
They
way.
definitely, and just like, just a heads up for this one. They definitely turned the jiggle physics all the way up for this one.
Yep, commence the jiggling. That's Jiggle Billy.
Oh man, but yeah, it is. Honestly, like it was funny seeing the NC-17 rating on it because I was like expecting a lot worse. I was expecting a lot worse than what we got. But I was like, oh, this is like I couldn't see the reason for like an NC-17 rating, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I thought that was preserved for like crazier shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm,
In my opinion, I don't know, again, maybe we're just fucking jaded by what we do
yeah,
here.
yeah. To me, honestly, it feels like a pretty tame movie.
That's
All,
what I was
all in
saying.
all.
Yeah, like oh, like again, compared to the shit we have talked about and the shit we have seen, this is not that bad. At least, again, not the anime or the movie hasn't been that bad. If I can't speak to the anime or the manga, I don't know, but
I
you
mean, the
know,
manga definitely has some like sexual stuff and sexual
yeah,
violence in it. Like it's definitely like I think even like Kurano at one point does some like weird, gross, like borderline abusive stuff in it.
what the fuck?
Yeah, he becomes a real piece of shit at a certain. Well, he
Crazy.
starts off as a real piece of shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, yeah, literally reading biography on him. In the beginning, he's a fairly selfish character with a penchant for sexual perversity with Kei
Jesus.
Kishimoto, and often ends up being the reluctant hero. But eventually, he becomes like a really good leader for everyone. He
Hell of
like
an arc.
he realizes how bad he's fucking up and like kind of the
The gravity
implications
of it all.
of
Yeah.
every
The
yeah
implications.
of
Yeah.
everything going on. Yeah, because like I said, at first it just kind of almost seems like a game, and then
Mhm.
eventually more things kind of start to come together.
Bet. Well, I mean, yeah, let's get into it. We we had to hunt this one down, so good luck if you end up finding it.
It
Uh,
used to be on Netflix for like
yeah,
quite a
yeah, that's what I'm
while.
saying. So it was easily accessible at one point, but yeah, right now,
You know, Netflix, that's all they do is drop the balls. That's
yeah,
all they do.
exactly.
Drop the steel balls.
So sail those seven seas, mateys.
These motherfuckers, man, they really fucked up the JoJo premiere, but I'm not even gonna go into it.
I
Let's
like.
just keep moving.
I'm gonna get angry.
Let's just keep moving.
Get them.
Yeah. So
Oh,
trigger
trigger warnings. Yeah,
warnings.
I was gonna say.
I should say too that also people directed this. We keep talking about Oku,
Uh,
but Keiichi Sato and Yasushi Kawamura were the directors of the CGI animation
the
masterpiece.
cinematic filmic experience.
Yes, presented in Dolby.
But yeah,
Tr
trigger warnings. We got gore. It's very, very, very
a
bloody. I
lot
mean,
of gore,
a lot of
gross,
severing.
fleshy monsters,
Yeah,
body horror
a lot of squelching.
transformations.
Uh,
Anything that would be in a Resident Evil is in
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. For
it's
for sure.
very Resident. Like you mentioned
Very,
it, but
yeah.
it's not. You mentioned it because of like them having a similar animation style, but now I mentioned it
No,
because it's like
I
a similar
will.
design philosophy
I will absolutely piggyback off that. It definitely felt like Resident Evil as
in many
well,
ways.
in a lot of
In
different
many
ways. So if you
ways,
fuck with that, that's a kind of an easy sell for anyone I think who hasn't seen this yet.
yeah, yeah.
But there's
Nothing
nudity, but
like
there's nothing
super
like
spe
nothing fucking
yeah,
crazy. Not
nothing like
like
specifically fucked up.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I was like the NC-17 rating was kind of fucking wild to see on it because I was expecting some hentai shit. I don't know. I was like at one point because again the jiggle physics being what they are, I was like, oh okay, we're getting fan service of some sort.
It just says relentless graphic violence,
Relentless
nudity,
jiggling.
and sexual content, but there wasn't really.
I don't fucking recall any fucking in that in that whatsoever, dude. Like it's sexual in that they're just naked. I don't know, like the naked body. It's not even like they're naked. It's just like
I guess it's because they're all kind of in fetish gear the whole time. Like
I
you mean, like you
guess.
said too, the
Yeah.
like jiggle physics, like
Yeah.
they like I said, unfortunately, fucking Reika in the suit is like a hentai icon. Like
Exactly.
they love it.
They love Gooners unite.
Good night.
Goonite.
Good luck and good night. What's gonna happen when I goon?
All right, let's get into it.
All right. So we begin with an aerial view of Shibuya on fire, with cars in the street exploding, people fleeing, and news audio reporting casualties. We see a woman in some sort of black leather uniform suddenly wake up and come to, and notice what appears to be a giant demon holding a car above his head. She immediately gets up, hides behind the car nearest to her, but does not escape its notice. It flings the car at her as she runs, and just in the nick of time, some sort of spherical vehicle, almost like a motorcycle, flies into the frame.
Yeah, it was
It,
like yeah, it's like one of those in Star Wars, I think, and then when they're like riding
mm,
those like the hovercrafts that are like
like the
there's a
speeder.
wheel, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
speeder
it's a
that's
good.
going in front of them,
Hmm.
like a big ass wheel they're sitting inside of.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what it's like. Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it has one man driving it, and a couple of other men in uniforms matching hers riding on it, and they have rifles, and one of them has a sword.
Yeah,
And the one with the sword cuts the car in half and saves her.
so
He
cool.
leaps from the vehicle and engages the demon in combat as the cycle circles, and the driver uses a gun to provide support. The
And the
man suddenly,
guns, should we explain the guns now? Because I really really like how the technology works, and it was kind
yeah,
of confusing too, which I don't
yeah,
mind.
yeah, we could talk about it because
So no, go ahead, go ahead.
I'll tell you what the guns are. So the sword is the katana is the X sword, and the gun, the handheld gun, the like pistol is the X gun.
Okay.
And so the X gun, it doesn't fire a projectile, but you like get a lock on something and
Hmm.
press the button, and then that thing explodes.
It has to be within a distance, but
Yeah, there's
yes,
like
it
a
like
certain range.
there's a
Yeah.
range where like yeah, and like it's interesting because we're gonna see that they're able to dodge these shots as well, but it's like very interesting because you kind of have to like lead them almost, it seems.
It has to be like certain, only certain ones can like do that, and
Mm,
yeah, because in the difference in like the visual storytelling of like animated and drawn, so like
mm.
when it's drawn, it just seems like it doesn't work on them. Like from
Yeah,
memory in the manga, it more just seems like it does nothing on
I
them.
see, I
And I
see.
think in this, sometimes to make sense of everyone moving at once, it's just like, oh, they dodged it
I
instead.
see. Yeah, because it's very straight. So like the way it works is yeah, that's like within a certain distance, they'll pull the trigger, and then you'll just see like something bubble up in the area that they aimed at. Because not necessarily always the head, but a lot of the time they're
Hmm.
aiming for the head. And like yeah, so like it'll just like bubble up and then just like, fucking implode. So it's very very interesting. That's what I was saying. It's very hard to describe the guns because when you think guns, you think projectile bullet, and this is not. It's like a psychic gun or some shit. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, very
Everything
very
about
cool.
it is everything about this franchise is strange, to be
Very cool. Yeah,
completely
yeah,
honest.
exactly. Yeah, but it's
Just
unique
wait
though. I fuck with it. That's what I
just
mean.
wait till I tell you how the manga
I'm
ends.
so excited.
It's complete batshit insanity. Stop you from reading it. You're gonna be like, I gotta see
Yeah,
how we get there. Um,
yeah.
So he's fighting with the demon, and he suddenly gets the upper hand and snaps one of the demon's arms. The demon is still somehow able to break his katana in the next exchange, flinging him to the woman who calls him by name, Kurano. He catches his breath, his suit leaking some sort of fluid, and prepares to fight the demon again. There are intercut shots of a pitch black ball with a counter on it, as Kurano claims he has to fight the demon and runs at it. He draws a gun and seems to fire several times to no effect. So see what I mean? Like how
It's like
it's like
dodging.
he's just too strong. I think in the first one he just shoots at and it's just standing there, but he's just too strong for
Mm,
the gun to
built different.
yeah. Um and so he's firing and it seems not to have any effect and the demon just starts fucking laying into him. And then suddenly the demon's head explodes, and we see the woman also wielding a gun. It can also be the gun. They do have like charge, so I think because he's like the
Yeah,
leader, so
yeah.
usually he's the one doing like the most fighting.
Hmm.
So I think probably that's what's going on in this first
I
part.
see.
So he appears to be dying, and she cradles him and she claims that their friends are alive, and her and some of what appear to be dead bodies around her start to disappear in this like bluish light. It like starts in the middle of them as well as
Very
on
cool.
the top and the bottom.
The heads like starts like
Yeah,
going down.
but also on their feet. So it's like their feet to their waist collapses, and then
Yeah,
their waist to their head
yeah, it's very
collapses
cool. It's
like
like
at the same
three,
time
yeah, three
in
like columns. It's very fucking cool.
but
They
when you
get
see it
teamed
from the
up.
top down, like it looks like X-ray.
That shit is cool. I really, really like that. I really like that
Yeah.
shot. That was so fun.
It's drawn really well. Like that looks like how when you see it drawn, you imagine it would look.
Look, as
But
if it
the
was in
drawing
manga.
is like really good. I feel
That's
like I'm
so cool.
explaining that poorly.
No, 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 no.
But
I got it. Yeah, it's very, it's very, it's really cool to look at. That's what I'm saying. I was like,
yeah. I really like the art in Gantz a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Dude went off when he was drawing all that hentai. It's unfortunate, man, because like the guy who does Guyver, he's also a hentai guy, and I love Guyver. But at one point he just quit Guyver and went back to doing hentai, and I'm just like, you fucking bastard! Like, it's such a fucked up
I
cliffhanger.
have that's the thing. Like I genuinely don't know like of any hentai that like is beyond just fucking gooner material, but I have heard that some people are like, no, there legitimately are really well done hentais out there. So I'm like, I don't know, like let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm just not that guy, pal.
Yeah, for sure,
I've
for
known
sure.
pals that are that guy, but I'm just not that
I
guy,
know this is
pal.
what I'm saying. This is for the YouTube audience
Yeah,
specifically. Let us know in the
this
in
is the
the.
devil's work after dark.
I love that.
Uh,
But yeah,
and,
I don't know. It's just it's crazy to fucking see the like the style like that they're incorporating little details that you never like the guns, the fucking the way that they teleport, stuff like that. It's
hmm
just very unique in a genre that I felt was like, oh, what else can you really be doing? Like they're fighting monsters and shit. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
whatever. You know, I've seen this 1,000 times, but they managed to make it really really interesting.
It is from wow. It ran from 2000 to 2013, the manga.
Oh,
So
really?
So it is like pretty early in terms of like the big boom of all the like killing games and stuff. So like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think definitely that was like the some of the influence here was like things like Battle Royale.
Makes sense. Yeah. Again, like, and it's interesting because you could definitely see that there was an influence from Battle Royale, but it's not like something that they like took that idea and like ran a different direction with it. It's very, very cool.
It's a yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very cool little project this dweeb, this pervert put together. Um so
Nerd
all
lovingly,
yes,
non-derogatory.
a little derogatory. So the woman and their friends disappear, but Kurano does not. And we get the title card. Gantz O. And it seems like it's Gantz 0, but it's O for Osaka.
I see. I see. I thought it was zero.
Yeah, it seems like it. A lot of things are thing 0,
Mm-hmm.
so you know,
Mm-hmm.
you can't, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Revelation, Requiem, all kinds of yeah. It's the
Hmm
same shit. I know.
Exactly. Which is funny because it is Battle Royale 2 Requiem. I hate to tell you, but it is. Like you're laughing, but I'm
Good. I love that.
just telling you what the title of the
I
movie
know. I
is.
fucking adore that, dude. That's so fun.
Cut
Uh,
to normal Tokyo hours as a new male character walks down the street carrying a red bag. Suddenly, there are news reports of something happening in Osaka and people commenting that it must be something like the monsters in Shibuya. Our new lead is now in the subway when his phone goes off. It's his younger brother, telling him he's late and wondering where he is. He asks if he remembers what day it is, and he, seemingly sarcastically, holds up the bag he's carrying and asks, "What day is it?" The brother hangs up.
it's
Just,
cute. Yeah, it's very cute.
yeah, he's like, "Ah, fuck you." Yeah, get bent. Uh, derogatory.
Derogatory. It's so funny.
Just then, a panic spreads in the station as it's announced that there's a man with a knife and a bloodied victim crawls down the platform. Our man runs up to try to help, just in time to become victim number two.
Dude, that
As
shit
he's
is
stabbed, we
crazy.
cut. Yeah, it's fucked up.
I was like, whoa, what the fuck, dude?
A weird amount of anime and manga start like this.
Yeah.
A
That's what
weird
I was
amount.
laughing. That's what I was laughing. I was like,
Very
I know
strange
I've seen
amount.
this a couple of times before, but still, it's like pretty fucking shocking when it
Yeah, it's
happens.
jarring for
Like,
sure.
god damn.
Not in America. He'd
No.
shoot you. If mercifully. Derogatory, mercifully.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's so funny.
As he's stabbed, we cut to security camera footage of the two struggling. As he lays bleeding out, he looks at the destroyed cake that he was carrying in the bag, which says "Happy Birthday, Ayumu,"
Yeah, it's
his
so
brother.
that shit is really good though. I like that intro, dude. That's a really that's a strong opener.
It's fucking a week away from retirement.
Yeah.
His little brother's
It's so
birthday.
funny, yeah.
Made me hit the Muttley.
Exactly. It's so funny. Oh man.
Suddenly, he is opening his eyes again and is in some random, completely empty apartment. We see the girl from the intro, the old man who was driving the cycle, a few others, and the ominous black ball. The old man fills him in on what has happened. Each of them has died and suddenly revived in this room. He names the woman as Reika, an apparent television star. A disaffected teen named Nishi is also in the room. We learned that the old man is Suzuki, and the younger man, our new lead, is Kato. There's also a Yakuza looking man. Nishi, Suzuki, and Reika are already in their uniforms.
Hmm.
The ball suddenly starts playing, for lack of like a better explanation, like a morning wake up song, like routine. Like it's a very Japanese thing to be like play the song and stretch with it and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wake up like morning
Meditation
announcements.
instead of yeah.
There's literally a scene in Battle Royale
Yeah,
of Beat doing that, you
exactly.
know.
Yep.
Um so not all Japanese people, but some Japanese people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's part of the
Mostly old
culture.
people.
Yeah, yeah. It's part of the culture enough for them to keep like
You
referencing
probably
that.
do it in school.
Yeah,
We had
exactly.
to fucking
With
pledge
the Pledge of
allegiance to the
Allegiance,
flag.
exactly.
These motherfuckers are like, yeah, let's actually like make exercise and stretching a part of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, who's doing better?
Exactly.
Mm,
Uh, Democracy.
or so they tell us. One thing I love about my job is that so many people come and sit down with me and immediately go, "Man, fuck ICE and fuck Trump." And I'm like, "I like you. Anyway, what do you need? It's on the house.
Come in here, brother.
I
Bring
got
it
you."
in.
Um, so
Oh,
it plays it.
for the YouTube audience too, I'll see. I have my fuck ice flag up there from a photo shoot I did recently that absolutely love. Shout out to the homies at Infamous Inc. In if you're ever in the Pico Rivera area in California, swing by, let them show them some love. Yeah, love these guys.
Hell yeah.
But
Fuck
yeah,
ICE,
fuck
fuck
ice.
Trump.
But yeah, absolutely, fuck them.
Fuck 'em. Oh, I saw a really funny Christy Nome fuck Mary Kill meme.
Oh, you're gonna kill me. That's yeah. You cut spill it. You fucking teased it. Go.
Well, it's Mary, and it's a picture of her husband with the fake tits on Chatterbait, and then it says "fuck," and it's the picture of her staffer that she's cheated on her husband with, and then it says "kill," and it's a dog.
That's so good.
It's incredible. It's truly
The internet is a
like
wonderful place sometimes.
peak meme.
That's fucking amazing. All right, let's get back
It's
to
so fucking good. I saw another a TikTok of
man.
it's like she walks in and she finds him doing that and she's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm sorry. Oh no, don't. I'll go to counseling. Things will get better." And she's like, "All right, as long as we can like keep it our secret. Who else knows?" And then they turn around and the dog is there.
God damn it. Okay.
R.I.P. to that pup, for real.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, we're laughing, but it's because she's a monster, not because a pup was hurt.
God damn it, dude.
We're cat people, but we're not that kind of cat people.
We're not those kind.
Mm-mm. So the ball gives an announcement. They've all been granted a second chance at life in exchange for killing these monsters and aliens, but that now that life belongs to Gantz. The target for today's hunt is called Nurarion. Suzuki tells them that the ball is named Gantz. He doesn't know where the name comes from, just that it is. Suddenly, Reika pulls Kato back, and Gantz bursts open, exposing the katanas and guns inside. And there are
Awesome.
also, yeah, it like
Comes out the
expand,
side. That's
kind
so cool.
kind of like the Matrix,
Mhm.
like the infinite corridors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's very Matrix coded, very like Resident Evil, very like
I'm pretty sure there
tentacles.
is eventually basically like in the Matrix the like guns everywhere
Yeah. Just
thing. Like I
fucking
think that might have come from Gantz. Um,
that'd be interesting to find out.
there are also welcome packages with armor for the two newcomers. Nishi and the Yakuza looking man have a confrontation before Nishi uses one of the guns to burst the man's head. Everyone is disgusted, and Kato vomits as Reika and Suzuki urge him on to fight alongside them, explaining that they were present at the battle in Shibuya. Suzuki reveals that they lost their toughest members and leader in the previous battle, and that they need him to fight. Suddenly, they all begin their teleportation process again as Kato scrambles to get dressed. Suzuki and Reika grab weapons and prepare to move. Suddenly, the gang is on one of the many iconic streets of Osaka. Like if you've played a lot of Japanese games, watched enough
Played
like
Resident Evil.
anime, like it's like Osaka, Tokyo, like certain areas, Shibuya are like
Mhm.
just like instantly apparent.
Yeah.
Kind of like after playing so many Yakuza games, like I've heard other people say this, and like I feel like this will be my experience. They're like, I went there and I literally like knew everywhere. Like I knew where to go. I knew where the burger
I
place
knew where the
was. I knew where
restrooms
the rum.
were.
I knew where Kyushu number one was. Like literally this fucking
That's
ramen
so
shop.
funny.
Me and Amanda were watching something live action, and I was like, that is Kyushu star number one. I've had so much ramen in this place
That's
digitally.
so funny. Digitally, exactly.
Um, but yeah, so they're in Osaka. Reika sees a sign saying as such, and they all freak out a bit as this is the first time they've been sent somewhere besides Tokyo by Gantz.
Oh.
So in the manga, basically they just it's just a series of this. They you get your first one where you
Mhm.
get pulled into it. If you survive, you go back to your normal life, and then whenever Gantz deems necessary, usually it's in the middle of the night, but I think eventually some of them are like in the daytime.
Mhm.
They just get teleported to that room, and then they get their gear, and then they get sent somewhere to go fight. And
Oh, interesting.
at the beginning, I'm pretty sure at the beginning it's explained that like them and the monsters that they're fighting
Yeah.
are invisible to anyone else who's like watching. So
Really?
like no one can see what's happening.
What
But
the
then
fuck?
eventually that stops being a thing, and where that stops is in Shibuya. So
Oh.
Shibuya is where like it starts to be exposed that
Like
this is
breaking
happening.
through to the fucking to the real world.
Yeah, and then Osaka is where like Shibuya is like an arguable like some people saw it.
Mhm.
Osaka is like it's on the news.
Yeah, it's undeniable.
So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So then after Osaka, it just becomes like everywhere
Mm.
this shit that's happening. But in the manga, a lot of what they're doing is like these they are aliens. These aliens are like posing as different like religious statues
Oh,
all around the
yeah.
world
That's
and like
cool.
different like pieces of artwork
I
and
was
and shit like
wondering where
that.
they were gonna bring that back in with that line that one of them says later on. That's really cool, actually.
Remember what they said because I didn't get write that one down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll get to it eventually, but but yeah, basically what you just said is
Mm,
kind of like it adds context to what I heard him say.
mm. Yeah, so they just like pose. So a lot of times they're like, we're gonna send you to this Buddhist temple and you're gonna fight all the fucking like statues there
That's
in the middle of the
crazy.
night, but you and the statues are gonna be invisible while you're fighting.
Oh, interesting.
So it's yeah,
It's
eventually
silly,
it
but
just
yeah, that's cool. That's a cool like I don't know thing to add.
yeah. But by the time we're doing Osaka, it's just like thousands of them.
I see. I
Like
see.
it gets nuts during this movie.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're always just sent within Tokyo and they think that they're the only ones. They just don't know anything else. It doesn't
Right.
give
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
any information. It just brings you in. And also it tells them at the beginning, I forgot to mention this, but it does tell him that there is a point system to what they're
Yep.
doing, and that when you achieve 100 points, you get one of three wishes. You can wish for better equipment, you can wish to bring someone back to life who has died, or you can wish to have your memory wiped and leave the game forever.
Which is so interesting. Which is it's cool because it adds that element of like intrigue for me in terms of like how long some of the characters have been in there, which obviously I know is going to become a central point to the plot later on, but like that's such an interesting like caveat to kind of add that you have the ability to leave and wipe all memory of you having been there before, and you also have the ability, but you can only do it one time when you get 100 points. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
and like having the ability to do that to choose is very very cool.
And then also the implications of what that means when we learn some stuff about the Osaka team.
Yeah, exactly, and like how long they've been, and also like the equipment that they have access to, also,
Hmm.
which is very cool because that's how you could see how people have spent their points. It's very very cool.
Yeah. And you can also see how like leading up to the last mission in Shibuya, because this is what happens kind of in the manga as well, is they had built up so much and then they lost it all in Shibuya. So
Oh, I see.
now it's just the three of them. It's just Nishi, Suzuki, and Reika who
Hmm.
are their three weakest members of the team.
Oh, crazy.
But in the manga, there's a few other people here.
Yeah.
There's this one really awesome guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he like does karate,
Mm.
and he has this like there's this like 10-year-old kid that ends up in Gantz as well,
Oh shit.
and the kid just he can't do anything. Like he's a
Yeah,
fucking
he's just like a
child.
child. Yeah, like that's fucking crazy. Well,
Hmm.
and then it's also probably worth noting that they have the ability, like he just said that they're one of them was doing karate. They don't all do karate in the like movie, but they have the ability to like essentially buff up their suits and like just whoop ass, like just like like beating demon ass across the face is fucking crazy. Just when you
Yeah,
hear it like charge up and just like boosh, I was like, oh, what the fuck?
yeah. It like has a limited amount of strength
Yeah.
for both like defending and attacking.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you see in this like whenever they take a lot of damage that it just like leaks this liquid.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting almost Dead Space vibes off of like the design of like the little like blue circles on their armor and stuff and like on the hands. I don't know. I was just getting like Dead Space vibes off of it, and also from the monsters as well.
Oh yeah. Very rip
Very
and
much.
tear.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the guns that they use have radars and like digital maps on them, and they see that something is approaching. So Suzuki and Reika draw their guns. Suzuki tries to fire, but the enemy isn't in range yet. Nishi steps forward, annoyed, and dispatches some sort of geisha demon just before it reaches Kato. Nishi tells the others that they are useless as Kato freaks out, demanding answers. Nishi gets ready to kill him, but Suzuki objects. They wander Dotonbori, which is like the waterfront area in Osaka.
Mm,
There's like this big river in Osaka where a lot of the movie takes place. But that's like a very iconic area where you have the river and then you have the walkway on either side.
Oh, okay, okay. I definitely have seen that in other
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's for sure not the first time that this has shown up on this podcast.
Oh, okay, for sure.
So they're wandering Dotonbori looking for their target, and Suzuki tells Kato that if they don't kill their target before the time limit runs out, they will all die. So that's why
That's
Kurano
crazy.
was like, "Yeah, I need to fight this guy, or we're all fucked."
Ah, that's why. Okay, yeah, okay. That gives a little more context to his like monologues that he's spouting later on. Like, no one else is
Hmm.
gonna do it, so I need to do it. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's like so serious. It's not just that they get to go. It's that literally like this alien invasion is happening, and for whatever reason, Gantz, whatever its origin is empowering them to fight back against it, but not giving them any information and making a weird game of it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the gamifying of it all is very, very fascinating. And I like that's what intrigues me, and that's why I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I enjoy battle royale. I like that.
Hmm.
I like that mood.
Yeah, exactly. So the radar goes off on Reika's gun and shows that they are surrounded by tons of enemies. Demons begin crawling up out of the river, and the gang ducks behind some cars to hide. If you like play a lot of Japanese games or just like know about mythology and stuff,
Yeah.
um, I cannot possibly name like all of them,
Yeah.
but a lot of the demons that you're seeing are like very typical of Japanese like
Yeah,
demonology folklore.
I was also gonna say very Junji Ito in like Uzumaki, very much like a lot of those creatures that we see in there too, literally with the floating heads. Like I was like, oh, it's fine. I was like, word, shout out Junji
Hmm.
Ito, man.
Yeah. And the and though that's because they're all like folklore demons. That's
Yeah,
why.
exactly, exactly. Yeah.
And the wheel monks. Do you, because you play Elden Ring and like Dark Souls games, you know like the enemies that
Just a little bit.
you know the
I have big
enemies
ass
that
Elden Ring tattoo.
are just a little
It's
something
okay.
for the kiddies. But I'm just trying to think like how prevalent they are in Elden Ring compared to some of their other games.
Yeah, for sure. But I
But
know,
they have like the wheel
yeah,
enemies
yeah,
that like
fuck
come
those
after
little
you.
assholes. Yeah.
And they had some of those in this, the like flaming heads on
Mm-hmm.
wheels,
Mm-hmm.
which are like called wheel monks, Wan
Oh, that's
Yudo,
cool. That's
and
cool.
that is like a folklore monster. It like looks so silly that you would kind of be like, oh, that's like a video game thing, but it's like, no,
No,
it's
it's legit. Yeah,
like
it's
like
very yeah. It's very cool because I that's what I was saying. I was like a lot of the monsters did have this like vibe about them that it was very like folk tale kind of feel because like
yeah,
they're wearing like old raggedy clothes too and
yes.
like very kind of like jaunting along. It's very very strange, like very strange movements.
You get so few answers in Gantz by the end of it that it's very much left up like super up in the air of
Oh, interesting.
like did these things become these shapes to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
able to like pose to be able to hide here, or are they the things that created these myths and eventually they decided to hide?
Oh, that's a really good.
It's just like
Yeah,
not really
yeah.
like addressed. I was kind of dying because I wanted to talk about the wheel monks while we were on here, and as I like looked them up to get the accurate name, one of the most famous legends of the Wanyudo comes from Kyoto, Japan. As Wanyudo rolled through the town, a woman peeked out her window at him. Wanyudo told her, "Instead of looking at me, have a look at your own child." She looked down at her baby to find him lying on the floor in a pool of blood with his legs missing. When she looked back outside at the
Fuck.
demon, she saw her baby's legs in his mouth as he ate them.
That's fucking crazy.
I
What
don't
the
know why that's
fuck?
so fucking funny to me.
What the fuck?
Look at your own child, huh? Looks back.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Serves you right.
Yeah,
Serves you right. Like what
I
is the
love
fuck?
that.
I
What's
guess
the moral here?
the morals mind your fucking
Yeah,
business.
exactly. That's so fucking funny, dude.
It's like that's like a it's very Adult Swim.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very 12-ounce mouse. Oh God, I gotta watch 12-ounce mouse again.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
that notwithstanding, and it withstands a lot. Um, Gotta get my notes back up.
You're good.
Am I? But yeah, so the sea of like folklore monsters of like kappas and
Yeah.
fucking wheel monks and floating heads and all sorts of shit come up, and a giant disembodied head begins to literally roll up the side of the
That's
bridge.
so cool.
So for those that don't know, there's the river, there's both sides of the river, and it just goes for a very long, like probably miles, and there's bridges every like so often. So like a lot of the nightlife, the restaurants and clubs and whatnot will have like the front facing the street, and then when you go out through the back, it's onto a little deck that's like out onto the river. So
I
like a
see.
lot of nightlife happens out there and like
Yeah,
bar hopping and stuff like
makes
that.
sense. Yeah.
Um, and those bridges. So like there's lots and lots of foot traffic there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like a lot of this movie, it seems like it's happening in the exact same place, but the thing is that this river goes for like quite a
Yeah, it's just
while.
huge as
So
fuck.
that's
Yeah.
why it just looks like the same place over and over
Yeah, it looks
because
like the
they're
same
just going
highway.
down the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they like jump in the river, then all of a sudden you're like, but you're kind of in the same place again. It's like, no, it just
Yeah, yeah, they're moving. We've been moving, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
that's so funny.
Um Yeah, it's like all alleyways and that river is
Hmm.
like the what makes it like so iconic.
Yeah.
Um, so the giant head rolls up the side of the bridge, and just as we're shown, you know, just how fucked they are, how many hundreds of enemies there are, they decide to make a break for it. They take some random pot shots back at the enemies and seem to take a good handful out as they flee. Reika and Suzuki are suddenly overcome by enemies as Nishi runs ahead, and they're like knocked down and like they're gonna die. And
Yeah.
Kato comes back to save them. The giant head is rolling over everything in its path as Suzuki urges Kato to shoot it. He misses his first shot before the head launches into the air and lands on top of him.
Shit's crazy. It fucking like and it just like dive bombs into his shit. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. And you and did you think he was dead?
I thought he was dead. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, then start over, or someone else revives him after this. Fuck.
Yeah.
But nope.
But he survives.
He just
So this is
gets up, dusts his shit off. The fuck?
and we see the suit it like also constricts when it takes damage. It like
Yeah,
becomes
yeah,
like really veiny and then it shoots out this liquid and
yeah.
like goes back to normal. But just like the gun that Kurano had, like they at a certain point, I forget how they know in the manga, but at a certain point they will be like, okay, the next one is like it's not gonna protect me at all. I'm just gonna die
Oh, I
if they hit
see.
me.
I see. They can like keep track of their armor count.
Yeah, like at a certain point, they just know.
Yeah.
Um, so he survives, and we see his suit is affected. Just then, someone shoots the giant head from behind and kills it. Enter the Osaka team. A large group rolls up with the
Them
cycle.
boys.
Yeah, them boys. George. A large
That's so
group.
funny.
Yep, this motherfucker. I forgot to write down his actual name.
That's so funny.
Um, A large group rolls up with a cycle like the one in the intro and quite a bit of additional gear compared to our team. They have
Might as well
rifles,
been
they
carrying
have
a fucking
guns,
boombox,
they
man.
have katanas, pretty much. They have these giant, like, it's like you hold it in your arm, but it goes like
Oh, it's
above and
so
below your
cool.
arm.
Yeah, yeah. It
So,
looks like the Halo the plasma rifle.
Mm.
in Halo, like how you hold it in the center and then it's like on the top it goes back
That
and the bottom
that
goes
makes
forward.
sense.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So that's called so the handgun is the X gun.
Hmm.
There's the X rifle. We'll see another gun in a little while. That's the Y gun, the one that Yamazaki has.
They've already used the X rifle, right?
Yeah, we've
I
seen the
believe.
X
Yeah, I was gonna
rifle,
say the
and it does
rifle
the
is
same.
cool.
It
Same
does
exact
this.
shit, just longer
Yeah,
range.
yeah. So they're like X-ray guns. That's
Hmm.
like basically how the X rifle and the
It's a
X gun
great way
work.
of putting that. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
way of
That's
putting that.
basically what it really does.
Yeah.
And then the Y gun we'll see in a little bit, but what he's holding is the Z gun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
That's fun.
X gun, Y gun, Z gun.
That's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Yeah, fine with it. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what
It
that's
it
like.
it kind of makes sense too because the X gun
They're
opens up like an
shaped.
X,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Y gun has like the Y, and then the
yeah.
Z gun
It
when you
shoots the
look at it,
triangle, right? When it
yeah.
start. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, yeah. It all works. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I love it. It's silly, but
That's fucking
it's just
sick
the right
though.
amount of silly.
Again, but it's like it's the thing that like makes it very unique. I really truly do think that like the little mechanics of how everything works is very fun to watch. Just in the film alone, let alone like reading the manga and like and watching the anime.
Yeah, it is very interesting. It's in storytelling,
Yeah.
it's not that crazy, honestly.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But in terms of like what they do, because like the overall plot is just like they're fighting aliens.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
really what it
Yep.
comes down to. And for like 200 chapters, it's just what alien are they fighting now?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Monster of
know?
the week type deal
And
also. Yeah.
Then Osaka happens, and then all of a sudden it becomes like more like it goes from being like, well, they're here, so I guess we should like kill them
Hmm.
so that there's less of them,
Hmm.
to okay, now they're full on invading.
Oh, cool.
And this is kind of like the middle step.
I see. I see. Yeah, no, and again, like I think that's also why we were taking a lot of like tangents on this one. Like we're kind of trying to fill out the world of like how what we're describing because it is just a lot of action. A lot of this movie.
Yeah.
It's just action, man.
And I had a similar experience to what you had. Like I watched this and then I read the manga. So I
Hmm.
watched this and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like I want some more of this. And then I read it and I was like, wow, it's like a lot different, but
Yeah. Yeah.
because they have like another like five or six people
Oh, wow.
in
They
the
have a full
manga
ass other
during
team.
this. Yeah, but they removed the karate guy, they removed the 10-year-old, they removed a couple like unlikable people. They shuffled around a little bit of timeline stuff so that they could have it just be more cleanly of just Kato is your eyes in
Yep.
this world.
Yep.
So we're like joining this thing that's clearly in progress, but we're just seeing it through his lens.
Yeah. 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 That's cool. I mean, yeah, I limited scope is fine too for what the story again for what this story is. I'm perfectly fine with just letting like we can just take a little peek into there. Like it's fine. We don't need
Hmm.
the whole context because again, it gets me hungry for more context as well too. So I don't know
Yeah. Num num context.
exactly. I can't see without my context.
I can't be seen without my context.
So funny.
Um, the Osaka team mocked the Tokyo team's accents and small group.
Oh,
Um,
that's
Os
what that was.
o
That's fucked up.
Osaka is like rural,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like a lot of times when they like do translations, they'll
Hmm.
have people with Osaka accents be like, "Howdy, y'all." So like just sort of picture that. That's
Yeah,
kind of how
yeah.
these guys are talking. So they're
Yeah.
kind of like, "Hey, look at these fuckers over here
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
big
yeah. They're
city.
the hell yeah brothers.
Oh yeah, y'all are from Tokyo, but you only got like four dudes. We got the Z gun. You can't take it, you liberal."
Exactly. That's so good. Yeah.
I had to really find the character.
If we yeah, we had to make this dumbed down for the American audience.
Exactly. But just kind of like, doesn't that really match George's energy?
100%.
Um, It's interesting. I don't remember why he chooses this moment to tell him, but Suzuki's like, "Hey, by the way, Kato, if you lose any limbs during the game, you get them back if we survive."
No, it's just like hell of a thing to just drop on someone. It's
They
like,
they abuse the shit out of that in the
yeah,
book.
for
They
sure.
they all lose lots of limbs and like there's lots of times where they're like bleeding out and
Yeah,
barely alive
yeah.
and finally
And they just hit the
uh
reset button.
yeah, like Kurano or Kato will like finally like finish off the enemy and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and then
yeah.
everyone survives.
That's so
Um
funny.
Suddenly the Osaka guys recognize Reika from one of her ads and all of a
Okay,
sudden
so it was
they
her.
like
Okay,
Tokyo.
yeah, it was like okay, that's what it was. They and I
Yeah.
think that has to do with one of the monsters that we're gonna see, the hentai monster that we're gonna see
Yeah.
later on as
She's like
well.
she's like very, very famous. And
Oh, I see, I see.
yeah, she's like world famous, but somehow she of all people died in an accident as a Gantz game was starting. And she's been in Gantz for years because everyone always
Yeah, as
protects
we'll
her,
see. Yeah.
but she's not really able to like do a lot in combat.
Oh,
So
interesting.
she has like barely any points, but
Yeah,
everyone always protects her. So
interesting.
so in the book it like kind of fucks her up that she's like obviously I don't want to die, but like I've seen so many people die trying to
Yeah,
fucking protect
for
me
me, yeah.
and like I can't really do that much to be helpful here.
Crazy, yeah.
Because Gantz
That's
doesn't
interesting.
seem to like it doesn't just get useful people. Like I said, there's a 10-year-old in the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and Suzuki's like in his 70s. So he's like
Oh,
very old. And I
yeah.
think he
They did
literally
not. He looks like maybe early 60s in here.
I think Suzuki just died in the hospital and Gantz revived him.
That would
So
make
it's not
sense.
even like he died in like a
Crazy.
tragic way. It just
Yeah.
was like you died right as I needed someone cool. I'll
Mm-hmm.
take you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they're all just so expendable to it. At one point we see almost like a class picture of like tons of people and
Yeah.
those are all the
Yeah.
people that have
It
died.
is the yearbook photo.
Hmm
Sad yearbook photo.
Um a ton more demons show up, and the Osaka team show off for Reika. Their leader, George, tells her that they can swap numbers after the fight. The guys on foot take one
So
side of the
stupid.
river, while the cycle pilot takes the other, and they seem to handily defeat hundreds of monsters in
Mm-hmm.
moments.
Just mow them hoes down. And that
They
shit is crazy.
celebrate loudly. It's a pretty cool
It
sequence.
is really fun.
They celebrate loudly on the next bridge over before suddenly losing several men to some snake slash lobster like monster.
This shit is
George,
cool, dude.
it's really crazy
Yeah.
looking. George pulls one of what statue was this guy? Like some of them, I'm like, where were you?
Yeah, exactly.
um, George pulls one of their secret weapons, the Z gun, from the cycle and readies it. When he fires on the creature, it appears to be crushed under the weight of an invisible disc or wave of gravity. It just like creates a giant hole in the ground where whatever you aimed it at. So it's like the shot doesn't even come from the gun. It's almost like a like
Comes from the
satellite
sky. Yeah,
weapon.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like the Hammer of Dawn from
Yes,
Gears. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. It just marks something and then this
Hmm.
huge wave of gravity
Yeah,
just
it's
falls on
so
them.
it's really cool, but then it gets really fucking cool when he uses it later. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Z
so
gun
good.
is like the strongest thing they have.
Hmm.
In they don't really get an opportunity to do it in this, but the X sword does extend. The X sword
Oh,
can
that's
become like
cool.
hundreds of feet long.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's
I wish they would have
wait
used
till
it
I
more.
tell you how this fucking manga ends.
I'm so excited.
I cannot sizzle this steak enough. It's absolutely it's fucking insane, dude. And you're gonna be like, what does Javier Bardem have to do with this?
That's
Um,
so good.
so George says, "How's that, Reika-chan?" Suzuki explains to Kato that you are granted points for defeating enemies. So I guess this is where they actually explain it.
Yeah, they bring it up a
I
little
thought it
bit
was at the
into it.
beginning.
No, yeah, they bring it up a little bit more into it.
So this is where they actually explain it. Yeah, I was like, I fucked up taking my notes because I didn't say it at the beginning.
Oh, you're
So
good.
So this is where he explains it. You can get better weapons, resurrect a teammate, or have your memory wiped and leave the game. Nishi claims that he will let Osaka team wipe out the small fry and he will take out the boss, netting himself a ton of points in the process. He becomes invisible using a device on his wrist and seems to leave. Civilians are under threat and Kato wants to help them, but Suzuki urges him to avoid unnecessary threats. Reika also stops him and tells him that they aren't strong enough to help others. We see a girl with short hair watching them secretly.
She's a
The
little
Os-
mouse
yeah, just
in the
skittering
back.
about. The Osaka team screws around, eating and playing with their enemies. They're like just eating at like a takoyaki
Yeah,
stand.
they're just saying that like, oh, we'll have all the greatest sauces now.
Yeah, they're just fucking off.
So
Uh,
funny.
they look up and see the boss as well as a giant Tengu demon on the tower above town. So the boss is a little like short, probably like 3, 4 foot tall,
Mhm.
like bald monk looking
Yeah, I
demon named
love.
Nurarion.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, these are some wild ass names.
Nurarion. It says it when it gives them the mission.
That's so funny.
Nurarion. Um and they look up and see him and they comment on like, oh, there's the points waiting up there is
Hmm.
basically what like the vibe.
This is when he's like perched like a gargoyle, right? Hmm.
Yeah, the Nurarion is up there, and then the Tengu like comes and lands on the
Yeah,
perch with him, and
so
he's
cool.
fucking giant.
So
Um,
cool.
Kato finds a payphone and calls Ayumu, telling him that he was called into work and he has no idea what's happening in Osaka, but he will be home soon. He promises that he will come home, and Ayumu is like, okay, like, yeah, I'll see you
Weirdo.
later. um, Another giant monster appears, attacking civilians, and Kato jumps in to save them, nearly dying in the process. At the last moment, he fires his gun off and kills the monster, and the girl from earlier suddenly shows up and introduces herself as Yamazaki. She teases him for rescuing people, telling him no one does that. Like that's not really what we're like here to
You
do.
fucking nerd.
hmm
Derogatory.
To be fair, most of the time they just don't even get a chance to do that because it's literally
Yeah,
just generally like we're sending you
it
to this.
doesn't see them though. Also, that's the thing, or they don't see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's generally like we're sending you to this place, this remote place, and there's
Hmm.
monsters there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's not really like any any onlookers
I will
often.
say, even before we go any further, it does become Monster Hunter and fucking Elden Ring at multiple points in
Oh
this
yeah,
game, in
very
this
very
movie.
very Bloodborne. Those yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
all those
100%.
things definitely took a lot of inspiration from this.
Hmm.
So she questions his motivations and calls him a hypocrite. She then like teasingly reveals to him that there's an old couple nearby hiding with a young boy. We cut to the civilians who are huddled in fear from what looks like a giant, like monstrous merman as it
Yeah.
flails at them. Kato and Yamazaki show up to help, but their guns are seemingly useless. Yamazaki tries to flee, telling herself it's not her fight and he's an idiot, while Kato defends the civilians. Eventually, she can't deny her feelings and decides to come back and help.
She's
As
so
she re
funny too. She's like, "Oh man, I think I like him. I'm starting to like him or something like that."
hmm
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she's just like
He's
uh
that's what she said. She's like, "Oh, he's kind of cute" or something like that. Yeah, like,
yeah, she's just like
yeah.
speed walking away and just like telling herself like he's an idiot. You should just leave him to die. And then she's like,
Hmm.
well, but he's cute and
Yeah.
you know, you
It's
kind
like,
of like an idiot, like that little streak. And she's like, oh god damn it. So she comes back. And as she returns, Kato is like huddled with the people, and he ends up dropping his gun and getting it destroyed. She fires her Y gun, which shoots something similar to like a bolo. It's like a
Mhm.
triangle, and
Yeah.
each point is like a rocket.
Yeah, great way of describing that too. The bolo is a great way of describing that. Yeah, because it does latch onto them and then it's like constricts.
Yeah, and it's like rocket powered. So when
Mm-hmm.
it really works, it like wraps them up hella tight, like super quick,
Yep.
and then it just like squeezes them and just like rips them apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's so cool.
but it also does this like upload looking thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
when it goes
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks like it's like uploading the
Yeah.
pieces of it. Um so she fires it, but it misses, and she's grabbed by the monster and nearly hits Kato with her shot before losing the gun entirely. He runs to get the gun and shoots, but misses and hits a broom that the old man is holding, which tears it apart. The monster throws Yamasaki into one of the giant like pores on his back. If you have trypophobia, that's a
Oh yeah.
trigger
Yeah. Yeah. For
warning,
sure. For sure.
big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. That
Uh,
shit is gross.
this is horrific. And Kato uses the broom handle as a javelin, hitting its eye. He runs,
That shit is
slides
cool.
under the beast, gets the Y gun, and shoots at it, wrapping its head up. The projectile seemingly fails because the rocket is like in like like an elevated surface in the alleyway, and it's like shooting against like the bottom, so it like shoots itself free, but then it catches another surface,
Mhm.
and then the red beam shoots down from the sky and like teleports away a large part of the monster's head.
Oh, crazy.
So
Because I was
with the
trying to figure out what the fuck happened there too. I was like, what the fuck?
I think the Y gun is more capture than destroy.
Mm, mm,
But
mm,
it's also like, so where is it going? Like
mm.
it's like
Yeah,
again, it's never really like explained like
don't need
what's
it.
firing when the
Yeah,
Z gun is there, where the Y gun is sending things,
yeah,
how the X gun really works. Like it's yeah,
yeah.
there
None of
it's
it's
just like
ever described.
yeah. Get 100 points, see if I care.
Exactly. It's whose line is it anyway?
With less Wayne Brady. Um Kato frees Yamasaki from the monster's back, and as they walk the streets, they reveal their backstories to one another. Turns out Kato's father was a firefighter who died in a car crash with his mother, explaining why Kato's the way he is. He also mentions his brother waiting at home for him, and Yamasaki reveals she has a 3-year-old. We cut to Ayumu, who gets up to wash dishes, just as Kato is shown on the news fighting the monster and saving the people.
Mhm.
So just barely misses seeing his brother on the TV.
And they reveal their ages.
And I don't remember the
So
ages.
he's 17 apparently, and she's like 23 or 24. I was like,
Mhm.
that man is 30 something years old. What the
That
fuck
man
are you?
has two mortgages.
Exactly. I
That
was like,
guy's got a 402k.
exactly. I was like, what the fuck? 17, man. Life's just different over there, I
That guy's
guess.
got a Roth JRA. That's one more than an I. I had to think about what comes after I. If you saw me doing math in my head, that J,
That's
that was the one.
so good.
Um, and
But yeah, then like just learning that they both had kids was so funny. Like,
yeah, that he has his brother and she has her
well, yeah,
her
not kids,
son.
but yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
He has his family though.
I think this is where, unless I think I just forgot to take the note of this,
Hmm.
or it might be somewhere later. But she tells him that they should promise to live together.
I was gonna say I think this is it, but I don't know if it was.
I think
I'm pretty sure this might be
I
the
think
scene
this
though.
is it. She
Yeah.
promises that the four of them should all live together
Yeah,
after
yeah. She's
this.
like, yeah, like promise to me that you won't die. And he's like, I don't intend to. And she's like, you mean it? It's like, what?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I fucked up. That's later.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't
Yeah,
know,
that
but
that
that
is that is later.
yeah, it was just very. I was like, this is silly,
Never mind that.
but
Let the steak sizzle. Um, all right, I'm just scrolling back down.
you're good.
So the pair continue saving people and eventually see some of the Osaka team. Yamasaki reveals that George is a three-time winner, Nobuyun, the bike pilot and leader, is a four-time winner, and Oka, their strongest member, who we have not seen yet, is a seven-time winner.
Hmm.
What kind of an absolute sick fuck do you have to be
Exactly.
to win seven times and stay here?
Stay there, exactly.
And it's like very unclear um the exact like progression
Hmm.
of getting the extra equipment.
Yeah, yeah. We just know that most of the Osaka team is like decked the fuck out. Like very, very, very decked out.
I'm trying to see there's like mm, okay.
Please share
Interesting.
with the
So I
class.
I thought it I thought it was more like you only get a certain, so it's like up in the air because I always thought you got certain things for each go around that you did.
Mhm.
You would get like something for the first time.
Well, they had
The
explained it that you have to spend the points to get better equipment, correct?
Yes, you have to spend the points to get better equipment, but what I mean is that like maybe the Y gun is the shotgun is the first time and the Y gun's the second time. And then you
I
get
see, I
the
see.
bike and then you
Yeah.
get the Z gun and then you get like other things
Yeah.
after that.
Fuck.
So it's like up in the air whether uh okay, so it says the Y gun and the X shotgun are both considered standard equipment, but the Z gun, the hard suit, and the bike are considered extra equipment you get for the
I
100
see.
points.
That
Yeah,
makes
it's like
sense.
it's like not super well explained
Hmm.
what you get for each of them. But yeah, as we see, a lot of them have like quite a few extra toys compared to the others.
Yes, quite a few.
And then it's also implied that the Z gun is upgradable.
Mm. Interesting.
Okay, so for 100 points, you get the Z gun. 2 and 3, you get upgrades. 400, you get hard suit arms. 500, you get the complete hard suit. 600, you get the bike. 700, you get something else
Something else.
that we will see in a little
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Yeah, so these fuckers have won like a lot of time. They have like multiple Z guns. They have the bike. They have the invisibility shit that Nishi has. And they mentioned that Oka is like somewhere hiding, waiting for the boss to come out, just like Nishi.
Hmm.
And we cut to Reika, who is remembering Kurano's death, and Suzuki tells her that they are too weak to get the 100 points necessary to revive him. Suddenly, a giant minotaur with scorpion legs emerges from the river, and before it can start raining hell down on everybody, it's matched by an invisible giant mech piloted by Oka.
Shit's crazy, dude.
Absolutely insane. So that's what you get for
Fucking Siri
700.
play Iron Man.
Yeah, up to this point in the manga, you had not seen a lot of the shit that Oka has.
Oh, I
This is
see.
like the first time you see any of that stuff. And then by the time you get to like the final arc of the manga, there's
Mm.
like hundreds of these mechs in the
Oh,
final battle.
shit, that's
It's
cool.
fucking crazy.
That's so sick.
Yeah, let me see this get adapted, you cowards.
Yeah, you cowards.
You fucking coward. None of you cowards even smoke crack.
So funny.
Uh, so we cut to George and Nobuyun talking about the monsters on the tower and the chances of achieving another 100-point bonus. They say that Oka once achieved it in a single night by being the sole survivor and defeating the boss.
Mm.
The military arrives out of nowhere and shoots Suzuki, who is promptly protected by Kato holding a car door. The military demands to know who they are, and Kato tells them Gantz unit. They demand ID, but before anything else can happen, the Tengu from the tower drops down and kills half the soldiers.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
He goes on to make quick work of the rest of the soldiers, but is distracted by Yamasaki before it can kill Kato. The two share a look before Kato stands up and shoots the Y gun at the distracted Tengu. Shockingly, it breaks free of the tethers and bears down on Kato. Suddenly, it is stopped as George appears and shoots it with the Z gun, seemingly killing it. As he approaches the bloody hole in the ground that he just created, George and Nobu see that the Tengu is still alive, but lying on the floor bloody. They shoot it repeatedly with the Z gun, and it appears to lose effect over time as the Tengu stands up and begins slamming Nobuyun around by his leg. George
Yeah, that's
teases
fucking
Nobu as
crazy.
he is held by the Tengu until he pulls an X gun and kills the Tengu by popping his head, but
Mhm.
not without losing his own life in the process.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's just like like it's dead, but it has like squeezed the life out of him at the same time,
So crazy.
and it's just holding his fucking body. Suddenly, Nurarion shows up, and George pulls out his sword, cutting the boss into three. The boss, rather than being harmed, splits into multiples and
That
then
was
reforms into
so
one.
cool. I
It's kind
love
of,
that.
I don't know why it's making me think of like Aladdin, maybe like Genie cutting himself
Oh,
into
yeah,
like
when he goes in the mini
multiples and
ones,
coming
yeah,
back
yeah,
together or
yeah.
something.
That's so funny that you would get that
Ah,
reference.
yeah, I don't know why. That's like where my
That's funny. That's
something
adorable.
in something in Agrabah.
Yeah, no, it that was such a fucking cool thing because he's just like walking out, like again, like kind of trotting along.
Yeah, very
Uh
Mr. Magoo.
huh. And then like this dude's like, "Oh, well, okay, that's the boss. Bet I'm just gonna fuck him up." And it just goes flick,
Hmm.
and then he just splits up into multiples. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yep, just a little flips and dips.
And then the way they all fucking
Mm,
together, I was like,
just come back together, just waddling effortlessly
yeah, yeah. It
through the
reminded
killing
me of
field.
almost of Men. Remember the ending of Men?
Mm,
Like he keeps like birthing himself.
hmm.
Yeah, almost
Yeah,
like
that is
that.
kind of
Yeah.
the direction this goes in.
Hmm.
Um, George continues attacking him as he inspects the Tengu, but the boss dodges every attack effortlessly, ending with him jumping and standing on George's blade. Out of breath, George uses the suit to enhance his strength and grabs the boss. The
He
boss,
definitely is a Yoda type.
yes, yeah,
It's like
very
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 Yoda
Yoda
coded.
versus Tyrannus
Yeah, 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 yeah,
type beat.
yeah.
Um, so he grabs him, and the boss replies by transforming into a billion titties, and then into
This is
thousands of
amazing.
women in the shape of one giant woman.
It's so cool, though. I will say this was one of the more interesting parts because again, it caught me so off guard. I was like, "What the fuck are we
Very
doing?"
very Cronenberg.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Which is why I loved it, I think. But it was
Hmm.
so interesting. Like they're like, oh yeah, no, you're totally right. In Men, how they, yeah, I didn't even like make that connection, but they totally are like kind of unfolding out of each other, like outside of the mouths and like the arms and shit. It's so weird, but basically hentai Elden Ring boss. This is very
Yeah.
much the hentai Elden Ring boss.
Well, and even within Elden Ring, all the like grafted guys.
That's what I mean. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
literally. The way that she moves, it's like she has like a fucking what's his
The
name?
way she moves. Mm-mm-mm.
The oh my
Joey
god.
said, maybe, so now I see why you were like, so if anyone knows what a good hunter.
The fucking no, I'm trying to the what's the fucking the one that transforms after the second phase? Malekith. Malekith.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of Malekith. Like the
Mm,
way like her moveset literally reminded me of Malekith. I was like, oh okay, word. Like this is fucking sick.
mm. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, fuck that fight.
Um, oh, and in the process, George is absorbed and dies.
Yeah,
So he just sort of disappears into the flesh.
I mean,
Been
the
there,
way to
brother.
go. He lived as he died.
Death by snoo snoo. Um,
We all should be so lucky.
we are the soul is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
Oh good. I love that.
It's an all-timer for sure.
That's
Um,
incredible.
so with the Osaka team decimated, Kato stands against the woman made of women as she begins her rampage.
Great
He
way of putting
fights.
that.
Thank you. I was pretty proud of that. He fights to no avail. Very, very Elden Ring Dark Souls, with the others from Tokyo and Yamasaki joining in. Suddenly, one of them land a shot on her head, and although it does explode, they realize it has no effect as it isn't actually a head.
Yeah.
It's like 20 women. There's some head bits in there, but not
Exactly.
enough.
Not enough. That's so
Um,
funny.
Kato notices and runs for one of the Osaka team's Z guns in desperation, but misses and is grabbed by the monster. Suddenly, Nishi appears and uses the Z gun to kill the boss, narrowly missing Kato. He proclaims victory, but the pool of blood where the boss once was begins to move and becomes a reptilian, multi-armed, goat-skulled creature.
Yeah, phase three, baby. That shit is fucking
Abs-
crazy.
And I think part of what happened too is he absorbed the Tengu, and I think that's part of what's
Oh,
like
makes sense.
powering these transformations
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Well,
Um,
the fucking he's like standing there with like scythes for arms and shit. I was like, that's fucking crazy. It looks
yeah.
so good. The design is so fun. And then here's where I was talking about, like what he says when he's like looking down on him, because when it's, like, he has like a finger on the fucking.
Oh, that
Yeah.
that's in a little bit.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Um,
Oh,
but
yeah,
this
yeah, that's right. Because this is when he comes back. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Nishi attempts another sneak attack and loses an arm. The boss lets out an attack that would have killed the group. It like causes explosions all around the bridge, but they all jump into the river just in time.
Hmm.
We cut to Oka in his mech battling the Scorpion Minotaur, and he draws a sword for like a sword for the mech that then becomes like electrified
So sick,
and
dude.
uses it to get the upper hand. The sword breaks, however, and the two giants resort to melee combat. The mech is eventually destroyed, and the Tokyo team, now pulling themselves from the river, think that it's all over. When suddenly they realize that Oka is on top of the monster, wearing the hard suit,
Hmm.
and he drops a blade into the monster's skull and kills it.
So cool.
He comes down to fight the boss in this like super sick. The hard suit looks so cool. It has
Yeah,
like
the hard
swords
suit's
coming out of
so
the elbows and
god
like
damn.
giant arms and
Yeah, so cool, man. Like the fucking like the you know what it reminds me of? The hunters from Halo. It
mm.
reminded me of the hunters from Halo, like this like a hard shield, but like those like wiry kind of like spikes that are like flowy out of the back of its head. Yeah,
I could see
so
that for
fucking
sure.
yeah, for sure. That shit is so sick. God, I love video games.
Me too, man. Me fucking too. So then Oka comes down to fight the boss, and spoilers, it does not go the way he thought it would. He has the upper
Mhm.
hand at first, tearing multiple limbs off of the beast using the blades in the suit's elbow, as well as firing with the blasters in its palms. After unloading on the boss, Tokyo thinks he has won, but Oko warns them the fight is not over and that they need to move. The boss takes yet another form. Now he's like a muscle-bound version of his original monk-like appearance. He's like all huge and ripped. Kind of looks like the end boss from Rikio.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Go back and listen to our Rikio episode.
To the point that now I'm kind of like I think it might even like be a purposeful reference.
Could be, dude. There's so much shit in here that looks like it was purposefully referencing a lot of other things. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, we'll add that one to the bucket.
We'll just take it on good faith. Oka attacks and cuts the monk in half, and he's like just kind of barely hanging on as his top half falls backwards. and then his spine heals, and he says that much like Lethal Shooter, he says, "I understand now," and like
Yeah,
pulls his top half back together.
this motherfucker
Um,
is like clocking everything. So he's just like, oh,
mhm.
okay, that's how I do it.
He said, "Clock it." The 23-year-old women that I work with really lose their mind when I occasionally drop one of those. When one of them says something very valid, and I just go, "Okay."
Okay.
They're like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe an unk, but I'm not chopped."
Amazing.
Might be screwed, but I'm not chopped.
Exactly.
Um, and he continues attacking, and his repeat attacks have less effect.
Mm.
The boss grows blades from his arms to match and mock Oka, and the seven-time winner is served his first and only loss as his suit is torn apart. Or is he? At the last moment, Oka ejects from the suit in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah, he smoke bombs him.
Yes.
Pockets in.
Pockets and valid move. Uh, a blade juts out from the confused boss's stomach as Oka stands behind him with the same standard suit as the others now. He pulls his blade upwards and splits the boss's chest and
Dude,
head in half.
I love how they animated that. That looks so good because it's what like yeah, we've seen the chopping in half and all that. That's very cool. But like the angle they showed from above looking down like at his
Hmm.
torso and you see the blade like turn upwards and then go up. I was like that's such a cool little detail to throw in there. So
That's
fucking sick.
that's kind of the freedom you have with CGI is
Mhm.
you could just animate him ripping him in half and then
Mhm.
just move it to like multiple angles until you find the one you like. Whereas with
Yeah,
drawing it, they
yeah.
might have been like, "Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, should we draw it like this or should we draw it more
Yeah,
like
exactly.
standard?"
Yeah. Yeah, but that looks I loved that little like you could see the way that it like twists as it guides upwards. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah, he ripped that fucker in half.
Yeah, it's really really cool. Because again, we've seen that like I've seen 1,000 we've seen Ichi the Killer fucking
Hmm.
splitting people in half. Like it's been done for sure, but like I don't know why the way that they showed that was just very unique, very very cool.
Yeah, they and I wonder if if the manga does it like that or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to
Mm-hmm.
look. But yeah, it's a beautiful movie. It
Yeah,
looks really great.
absolutely.
Um, and I'm sure the how good the leather texture looks wasn't lost on you,
No, no,
of all
absolutely not.
people.
I've got bondage fucking nails right now.
Betty Bond itch.
Exactly.
Boop boop, tie me up.
Oh man, I will show
Yeah.
these though. This is the first time I had these done in months, bro. Oh man, nail tech got down, dude. Ah, love it,
So
love
how do you wipe?
it.
Just one more
Vigorously.
time. Just one more time. Just one more time than you feel is necessary, fellas. Just one more
Exactly.
time. Do me a favor. Just give it one more little check. Your family, your friends, and your lovers will thank me.
Good.
There's an epidemic, man. There's an epidemic. Not everyone knows how to wipe. Anyway,
Oh man, it's not gay to wash your ass, fellas.
it's not gay to wash your friend's ass. I'm just saying.
What is this fucking episode?
We're spiraling.
Exactly.
Only intuitive attacks work, Oka proclaims, by which he means attacks that the boss hasn't seen yet. Oka tells them that the fight isn't over and that he's gonna go cloak so he can do a surprise attack on the boss. Kato says to finish him now, but Oka says it's too risky. Kato draws a sword and decides to take that risk. He approaches the body and prepares to attack. Just then, a clump of cells from the corpse shoot up into the air and begin spinning, and Suzuki jumps in front of
Wild.
Kato to protect him at the last minute.
Yeah.
Suzuki, now wounded, tells him that he saved him so he could see his brother again. The boss in front of him is in now yet another new form, something very akin to a Resident Evil end boss.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very G
yeah,
virus.
yeah. 100%. He's Nemesis. Yeah, like he's just the new
Yeah,
Nemesis. Yeah, like down again, down to the way that like the skull looks on his fucking on his head, like, and then the scythes for arms coming out. Like I was saying, like all
yeah.
that shit is just fucking
Bones for
crazy.
inside, why outside?
Exactly. I know he looks like he's made up of like muscle and sinew, but
Hmm.
then it's like the bone layered over it. It's so cool.
The bones are their
Yeah,
dollars. Um,
it's so this is okay, so he leaves right here, right? This isn't the part I was referencing earlier.
um, so this is where you were this is getting close to it.
Okay,
So this is where he's
okay,
gonna
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
This is where he's gonna leave them. So Kato tells the girls to watch Suzuki, who is just barely alive, so he can fight the boss. Where's the other guy? The boss says as Kato launches himself with all his might to punch him in the face.
Yeah, he was the guy.
The,
That guy was more fun to play with. That guy was fun to
hmm
play with.
Yeah,
That was fun.
very dismissive.
Yeah.
Very alpha. He's Sigma
He's
maxing.
alpha. He's aura
And the
maxing.
boss knocks him to the ground and seems to do quite a bit of damage as Kato lays there gasping. His suit leaks a ton of liquid, and the boss tells him to wait there as he leaves. The
That's
girls,
crazy. Like, stay here. I'll be back to kill you.
yeah, exactly. You're nothing to me.
Like, damn.
The girls tell Kato that they should leave it to Oka, and Yamasaki reiterates that they have people waiting for them. Kato says if he doesn't help, who will? And Reiko has a flashback of Kurano saying the same. Kato tells them he will play the decoy so the other two can get the drop on the boss and shoot him. Reiko runs off while Yamasaki questions the plan, but Kato ultimately leaves too. Yamasaki follows him and tells him that he means a lot to her. More specifically, she says Daisuke, which is like, I like you, like romantically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, it doesn't the dub didn't really do that one justice. They kind of did them dirty with that one.
Yeah, basically she's like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah. But I was
Like,
like, I
yeah.
like you. What?
Yeah, so she's and then she says that they should live together.
That's funny.
And
This is
and
where,
he
yeah, he's like, you like promise you won't die, and he's like, I don't intend to. And she's like, you mean it?
yeah, he's like, stop fucking jinxing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, "Watch me get a bullseye before running off."
hmm
Kato turns and sees the Z gun beneath some rubble, but before he can go for it, the boss reappears behind him. Towering over him, Nurarion holds Oka's head in one hand. He puts his giant fingernail, against
Big ass
Kato's head,
fucking.
basically just saying like, I don't even have to like punch you. I can just
hmm
push my nail forward and you'll die.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Kato asks it why they're killing one another. It replies by asking if he feels that he is in God's presence. And
So
Kato says,
fucking hard, dude. I was like, God damn.
mm-hmm. It's pretty sick.
Hell
Very
yeah.
metal.
Hell
And,
yeah.
and Kato says, so you think you're God. And it says that God is absolute power, which makes it and its allies gods. It directly, what it says is, this world has many gods. I am merely one of them. There's no denying that fact.
And what you were
Which,
saying before, would they were all get they were the aliens invade, statues, and they're just like in the statues, right?
yeah,
So that I
yeah,
would imagine that was part of like them building up and then eventually just placing their strongest people in there.
yeah. It's so just like up to interpretation or like just up in the air as to whether like the Greek gods were just like a bunch of these fuckers running around,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
if they just happened to take like similar forms to some of these
Yeah,
monsters like the Minotaur and stuff, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
It's like yeah, it's like very unexplained.
But that is actually interesting that you bring that up though, with like because of the Minotaur being like an image that they would have like seen as like a fantastical creature or something like that. Would that have been something that would they would have considered aliens back, in that era or whatever? It's very yeah. I like the way you put that. That's very cool.
Yeah. Because they just kind of go back and forth for a long time on like what they really are, and
Yeah.
then in the catastrophe arc, it's like okay, they're just aliens.
Oh, okay. I
Not
see.
really like just, but like
Yeah, but
it's
it
because they
broad
don't
strokes. We could just call it aliens.
really have answers. And then eventually there's like spaceships coming down.
Oh, okay. I
And
see.
so for like
Yeah.
quite a while they're just like I don't know, we're fighting them and they kind of look like gods and angels and demons and shit, so
I
I
like
guess
that
they're
this just becomes
demons.
hell divers at some point.
Pretty very much so.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, when I tell you,
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
I
not
love
gonna, you know, scientists hate this one trick.
so stupid.
Just then, the girls open fire and tear the boss's body apart faster than it can regenerate. Kato runs for the Z-gun to finish him off as the boss starts firing eye lasers wildly.
That
One
shit
of
was
them,
cool, dude. Fucking
the
popping them off.
Space Ripper stingy eye laser,
Exactly. Yeah, he just goes Cyclops on everybody.
um, starts firing lasers wildly. One of them just happening to hit the Z-gun or near the Z-gun and blow Kato's legs apart. And fling him like 50 feet on top of that. Uh,
The way it happens is so cool. I love that shot in the movie where like he dives for it and then it explodes and just fucking launches his ass forward. I was like, whoa.
it's funny because there hits a point where these fuckers are like losing both their legs. They're just like, ah, not again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it
It's
just
Edge of Tomorrow, like you know what I mean? Like you're just gonna
yes,
get fucking used to it. Like,
yeah, very. That's a very good comparison.
thank you.
Because that's definitely like there. Like there's a lot of parts where they're like there's parts where people are missing all of their limbs
Mm-hmm.
and just somehow survive just long enough to get everything back.
Yep.
Um, so buildings begin falling, and Reika just barely drags Suzuki to safety on the rooftop that she's on, before the billboard on top of the building starts to collapse. She continues firing, however, hanging onto a rail connected to the billboard.
Yeah, shit's crazy. They're like dunking on his ass too. They're like splitting him apart with the shots. It's kind of crazy.
Reika's cool. Like she doesn't get like to do a ton of like huge action
Yeah.
beats
She
and
didn't even
stuff.
say a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But she's not like she's not super helpless. Like she might not be as strong or as brave as a lot of them, but
Yeah.
she does fight.
Yeah.
So it's not like she just stands there, but it is
Hmm.
just unfortunate that everyone wants to protect her so bad. They infantilize her so bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like that's people with smart brains reading it, not anything that Oku meant when he was writing it.
That's funny. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
just wanted someone with big boobies to
That's
be in.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, he just wanted her to be like nearby to draw at all times.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Yamasaki runs down below to help Kato and just barely saves him, but dies by being torn in half by the eye lasers. Just
So
completely
good,
like, and
dude.
again, her halves are separated by like 50 feet.
That
Like
shit is crazy. Yeah,
it's
exactly. It just
bad.
launches her fucking separate ways. It was crazy.
Kato screams in pain, crawling, and just barely reaches the Z gun when the boss who is about to kill him, is distracted by Nishi on one of the bikes.
On the way that it's worth man. I don't know if you like described it really, but like the way that he splits into two, his head splits into two, so the lasers start shooting in kind of wildly different
Yeah, yeah,
directions.
you're very right. I'm glad you pointed that
It's
out. Yeah.
so cool. I was like, what the fuck? It's
Very to your point earlier, very Dead Space.
yeah, yeah,
The way
yeah,
his
yeah.
body is like falling apart as they're
Mhm.
shooting him repeatedly.
The fucking spikes out of his goddamn shoulders and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, everything reminded me of all of these Resident Evil, all of these things. Like, very much. I love video games, though.
Very body horror, this movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it is so
100%.
actiony you kind of forget that they're fighting body horror
Yeah,
monsters.
the horror kind of takes a backseat. It's just like explosions.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Resident Evil 9 where it's like by this point Leon's been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah,
So we need Grace, who's like a new character, to be
yeah.
scared so we can do the scary parts.
Mm-hmm.
And then as like a little treat
A little tr-
when you finish the scary part, Leon
you
shows
get to
up.
be God.
Yeah, and you get to beat Leon running through all the areas that Grace was just scared in and you just beat
Tramp
up
step and
everyone.
all.
Exactly. With his little ass out.
I fucking love the memes so much.
The mods are absolutely ridiculous.
So good. Bless the internet, man. Like it's a strange, wonderful, and horrible place, but bless it.
And somehow we've been citizens of it our whole lives.
Exactly. It raised me.
There'd be no show without it.
It wouldn't. Oh
Um,
man.
Nishi jumps from the bike with a sword and hits the boss, but is shot in the chest for his efforts.
That's crazy.
Reika is still providing cover as Kato aims and fires the Z gun, bringing the wave of gravity down, just as the boss would have killed him otherwise.
Dude, that's then he just dunks on that foot, just like douche, 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 douche.
the
And
the visual of like his head being split
yeah.
and he gets ready to shoot and then the wave hits him and then it splits his eyes and then the
Hmm.
beams split even farther like just like
So cool.
those computers were fucking burning hot that fucking
Exactly.
night rendering.
Rendering all that shit. Yeah.
Call that computer Cuban Pete because he's burning hot hot hot.
Yeah, no, it's fucking sick, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was all for this just being an action movie, man. Like that's it. Like whatever, right off. But again, there's so many like intricate, interesting choices that are being made at every turn, and it's so cool. From the creature design to like how the deaths happen to how the tech works and all that shit. It's so fucking fascinating. It's very fun. And again, you just can't take your eyes off the shit. I was glued to the screen, dude. It was so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very unique. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
weird that this movie even exists, honestly, just
Mm-hmm.
given the history of the rest of this fucking franchise and that it was on Netflix of all
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Say what you will about Ted Sarandos.
The CEO.
Yeah. Yes, say what you will.
Say what you
Say what you will. Anyway, um Kato goes full on quiet kid who told you not to come to school today and pulls the trigger as
Love that
fast
part.
as humanly possible, destroying what was left of the boss with
It's so bad.
with images of Yamasaki going through his mind. Um,
They're fucking terrible.
and it's just when the Z gun's done, what's usually left is just this big crater with just a lake of blood in it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's very cool because again, he's just unloading the clip on it. It's just
Yeah.
fucking pounding the fucking earth over and
Yeah, it's
over.
just wave after wave after wave after
Yeah,
wave after wave
yeah.
of just his vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
And Reika hangs onto the billboard, and Suzuki begins to teleport, signifying that they have won. Nishi is next, and Kato is crawling to Yamasaki's corpse as he too collapses. Reika appears back at the room they started in with a
I
healed
love
Nishi.
I love that when Reiki comes in, it's ass first.
Is that what
It's
happens? Jesus.
literally ass first. I was like, okay.
Gantz is a gooner ass property,
It
bro.
very
It's
much is.
it's it's again, do not search the words Reika and statue. You're you're or do.
You're good. I
I
was gonna say
I
you're gonna
I
have
can't
a time.
I can't tell you what to do with
Tell
your
you which
life,
way
but
it's
I'll
gonna
tell
go.
you there's more than one of them.
So
Um
good, dude. Oh man, jiggle
and
physics on max.
healed Nishi and Suzuki. Reika and Suzuki wonder if Kato is alive, while Nishi coldly tells Gantz to give him his score. Before it can, though, Kato is teleported back with all of his limbs intact. Gantz gives them all their scores: 6 for Reika, 2 for Suzuki, 12 for Nishi, and 100 points for Kato. The bonus menu is opened, and Kato wishes for Yamazaki's resurrection.
Yep.
We cut to presumably the Osaka team's Gantz room, where Yamasaki wakes up in shock that she's alive, proclaiming that Kato is a hypocrite and crying. The others ask why he'd resurrect her instead of leaving the game, and he says it's because he promised. He suddenly realizes that he never came home on his brother's birthday and leaves in a hurry. It's revealed that Kato had been part of their team in the past and chosen to leave the game the last time he scored 100 points. But the others could not bring themselves to tell him that it was ultimately for nothing as he was brought back into the Gantz game.
So cool.
Reika proclaims that she will do the same one day and resurrect Kurano. Gantz shows a collection of pictures of the fallen. We see Kurano, we see Kato returning home to Ayumu, and then the credits roll.
Yeah, it literally ends with him saying, "Hey, I'm home," and then it just fucking slam credits. Oh man, it's such a fucking good movie, dude. It's so fun. I really had a good time with this one. I cannot wait to hear how this shit went down though. Please tell me how this ends.
So in the manga, Kei and Kurano are, I don't think they're even friends at the beginning, but they both die. They both get pushed in front of a train, I think
Yeah.
is what happens. And so they die and they become part of Gantz. And Reika has been part of Gantz for like quite a while. And so eventually Kurano dies, and then Kato takes it upon. Well, first Kato dies, and then when Kato dies, it makes Kurano realize like how fucked up everything is, and that he needs to like take this more seriously. Because at a
I
certain point, it
see.
becomes a game to him that he's
You're
doing this.
just making number go up.
Well, he's like, he'll be doing normal day-to-day stuff and be like,
Mhm.
why does any of this matter? Like
I see because
at
he gets
night,
the
I'm,
thrill. Yeah.
mhm,
Hmm.
yeah. And so, Kato dies and Kurano brings him back. And then after that, there's a story arc where, they fight some vampires. And basically, what happens is those vampires start like hunting them in their daily life, and they find Kurano and kill him. And like
Where's your
outside of
JoJo
Gantz,
connection?
yes, and vampires, and so on this mission in the manga, uh, Kato takes it upon himself to to try and kill Nurarion to get 100 points to
Mhm.
bring Kurano back to life, which he does. So
Oh,
he doesn't bring the Yamasaki back to life in the manga,
yeah.
but she ends up getting brought back to life later.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Um, tried to I had a actually pulled up like a list of some of the differences. They cut some of the characters. There's a guy who's just like obsessed with raping women, and so
Jesus.
they did a good job just
I was
taking that
gonna
guy
say, yeah,
out.
let's not include that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we didn't need that guy. They didn't need him
No.
in the original either.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's totally unlikable, obviously. So
Yeah.
they have less team members. They decided to have the whole thing with Kato leaving and coming back, which I think is like actually pretty horrific. And I'm pretty sure that does happen to somebody in the manga that
Mm.
someone leaves and comes back and they're like, just don't say anything.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fucked up. I know exactly.
um, and then Kurono dies in a different way because it's uh the vampires that kill him instead.
Mm.
Um, Nishi is also he's an asshole, like he sucks, but he's not a murderer in the manga.
Oh,
He
interesting.
he just straight up uh murdered that guy at the beginning, but that's just
He was having
not
an
really
off
how he
day.
does it. Yeah.
And then
Um,
that's the catastrophe.
so the catastrophe comes after.
Okay.
Okay. So the first phase is that they're just doing a bunch of missions, and then they do this arc, and then after that they get told that the catastrophe is going to begin soon, and they get sent to uh they get sent to fucking Rome, and when they're in Rome, it's just like fucked, dude. It is like bad. Like there's at this point, it's just like Gantz teams from all over the world being
Mm.
sent all over the world, and they like show up. And think about this: if they're like religious sculptures and shit,
Mm-hmm.
all the like cherubs and shit
Yeah.
in the Vatican and like all the like Greek and Roman statues and
That's
shit.
so sick.
Yeah, so they're all just getting like completely torn apart. Literally, they go to Rome and like all of their strongest guys are there. None of them can do anything. They don't make any damage on any fucking enemies. A couple people die, and then Gantz just teleports them back home. And
Okay. All right. We'll try
and,
again next week.
and then it just keeps getting like worse and worse and worse. And ultimately what ends up happening is they end up fighting these giant aliens that happen to look just like a lot of like Hollywood actors.
The fuck?
I'm
Oh,
trying to
you're
see.
kidding me. Did you fuck you're serious when you said in the beginning?
Yes,
Oh my God.
there's a character early on who Kurino loses his virginity to, who's literally Laura Croft. Steve Buscemi is
What
a
the
member of the
fuck?
American team. George Clooney is a member of the American
What?
team. There's a character named Sadako, which is literally Sadako from The Ring.
Oh
Um,
my God, dude. That's so fucking funny.
And then at the end, and by the way, those giants are like hundreds of feet tall, and they fight them. The giants use swords and like breakdance fighting, and Kei and Kato just extend their swords to like hundreds of feet long to fight them.
What the fuck?
And the very end of the fucking book is Kay breakdance fighting against a giant who looks like Vanderlei Silva.
What the fuck is this goddamn manga,
And
bro?
there's one who looks like Javier Bardem. I could have sworn that that was
That's what
like
that that's what I thought you were like, oh, that's what you were gonna say.
God. I'm trying to find him. I'm trying to find a fucking pic. Yeah, it's literally it's so fucking funny.
What the fuck, dude?
Hold on,
Uh,
I'm gonna send you this link.
I gotta see this.
You have to look at this, bro. Oh my God. This is like this is like the second to last guy that he fights. Oh no, actually he's the final. So I think Vanderlei's the second to last. Yeah, that's what I thought is that this was the
Oh my
final.
god, it is Javier
It's
Bardem.
literally just
It's
Javier
literally
Bardem.
Javier Bardem. That's so. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's so uncanny. That's so fucking wild.
You know how some people will see something that's like a little bit interesting and they'll be like, "Well, I want some of what this guy was smoking. I want some of what this guy was smoking."
He's all fucking jacked. And it's just that's so fucking good. Yeah, it's oh my god, what the fuck did you just send me, dude? That's so
Here's
wild.
here's a list someone had off the top of their head. George Clooney, Danny Trejo, Kimbo Slice, Angelina Jolie, Javier Bardem is Anton Chigurh, Mike Tyson, Steve Buscemi, Sadako from The Ring, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh my god.
So those are pretty much like the last 10 people
It
that he
just becomes
fights.
Attack on Titan with celebrities.
It's absolutely absurd.
That's fucking exhausting.
And so he like kills Javier Bardem, and then the aliens are like, "Oh, that was like our leader." And he's like, "Yeah, so you gonna fucking fall in line?" And they're like, "Yep, sorry." He's like, "Yeah, I thought so." And then it ends with them like landing back on Earth, and then they're all on the beach, and they just kind of like thumbs up everybody, and somehow everyone just like understands from these guys returning that Earth is saved, and it's just
That's
like it's just
fucking
chill,
absurd. What
and
the
that's the end.
Okay, cool. Glad I fucking know that now.
Well, if I could save
What
you
the
383
Yeah,
chapters,
exactly. That's what I'm like. I
if it's
think
gonna
I'm good on reading it then. I
if
think
it's
I
gonna bother you that it ends with them fighting Javier Bardem, then like
no,
I
no,
figure
not
I'll
just
tell you
fighting,
now.
but like breakdance fighting is what you
It's
specifically said, and I just want to
yeah.
make sure I got that right.
Yes. It's like because the humans are so small, the humans have to have like the 300-foot long sword to be able to fight
Oh
them.
my
But then to be
god.
able to hit the humans, they have to do like floor work. Like I wish I was
It's just
joking,
fucking
dude.
It's that one episode of Rick and Morty where they send everybody up and they have to like make a song for all of the fucking you know what I'm talking about, right? Like
That it is vaguely ringing a bell. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is a part where they're like fighting giants, and I was like, this
yeah,
has to be. I was
it's
like, this has to be
literally
Gantz.
that's funny,
I do
dude.
remember seeing that and being like,
Oh my god.
this is
Yeah, they're like the
really,
Easter Island looking heads that are like fucking to like do your best or do like show me what you got is what they keep telling them. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Okay, let's rate this movie, dude. We gotta get up out of here. This has gone on way this overstayed its welcome. That's what the
yeah.
fuck this manga just did.
It's what it did in real life because
Wow.
literally at the end they came in with the fucking Chappelle Show wrap it up box. Like straight up, they told him like 5 chapters before it
I
ended. They were like, "You're done. You get like five
wow,
more."
dude.
And so he just rushed through like, and then they fought Danny Trejo, and then they fought The Rock, and then they fought Kimbo Slice, and then they fought Anton Chigurh.
So dude, I'm angry. Like I'm angry because the movie was so good. I'm legitimately upset that that
That's
ended
why it
with it.
like works
That's
like
fucking
just this
hilarious, dude.
being all you
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
might actually be like the best way to experience Gantz.
100%.
But I
100%.
do think I'm going to reread it, unfortunately.
God,
I do think I am going to do it.
that's so
Also, we talked about this beforehand. Daisuke Ono, the voice of Jotaro
yes.
Joestar, or Jotaro Kujo, excuse me. He is a Joestar, but Jotaro Kujo, as Kato.
It's so cool. I love that it
Hi-
keeps coming back to JoJo.
Him and the guy who plays Kiryu in Takeya Kuroda. Those two. Whenever I hear them, immediately I just look at Amanda and I'm like, oh, it's one of my boys.
That's my boy.
That's one of my boys right there.
All right, you want to get to the ratings?
Yeah, rate it up. What do you
All right.
think?
Well, we rate out of 6 on the show. I after hearing that, I that fucking bums me out, man. But if I'm going to just judge the movie solely based on the movie, I give this like a 4 out of 6. I give this
Yeah.
like a 4 out of 6. It was solid ass action, really fucking good. Like just mechanics of everything. Like I said, the creature designs are insane. It's just go 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 from the minute it starts, and I like that a lot. It's like the second Aliens for me. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like it's so fucking action packed, and I didn't mind that.
It worked so well as like just a slice, like a
Yeah,
proof of concept of
that's
what's working here.
and it should have fucking stayed that way. Apparently,
I
like,
I I will tell you this.
uh,
There is a new Gantz series,
oh,
um,
interesting.
Gantz E, which is set in the Edo period of Japan, so like
Oh,
samurai times. And I think it's still running. So
that's kind of sick.
I think I'm fucking with that pretty
Yeah, I was gonna
hard.
say, like, yeah, that sounds really interesting. Anyway, like that's kind of
And
like the Predator doing all the different time jumps to all of the,
yeah,
the
which
franchise.
it's if you think of it like the Predator,
Yeah,
if you think of
yeah,
Gantz like the Predator,
yeah,
there's some good ones and there's some bad
yeah.
ones. Just take this for what it is.
That's
Just
kind
know
of
there's
fair. Yeah.
aliens fucking with people on Earth. And like realistically, if he was like, "Oh, let's follow the American team," like
Mm-hmm.
I would fuck with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. It makes sense. You could just kind of adapt that too, for sure. All right. What would you rate?
Yep, I've given a lot of thoughts and a lot of commentary, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Um, I you know, in terms of like on its own, I would give it like a strong five.
Yeah,
But just like I fucking love Gantz, and so it's just bringing up some good memories, making me kind of want to read it again.
that's
So
fair.
I'll give it a six.
That's totally fair. That's totally fucking fair. Well, I mean, yeah, we had a lot of fucking trivia as we were going on and learned a lot of things we wish we hadn't.
A lot of things
But
along the way.
yeah, a lot of things along the way. Shall I give the plugs and should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
All right. So you can find us on Facebook at the Devil's Work Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at the Devil's Work Pod. You can find us on TikTok at the Devil's Work Podcast. We are obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching, first of all. But like, subscribe, comment, all of that good shit helps us get placed in the algorithm. And we are on Twitch, both Sideshow, PSY, spell it right, Sideshow 13, I believe. No, I just did Sideshow. Yeah, twitch.tv/Sideshow. And then we are also Skeptik is on there, twitch./Skeptik Mo. And we're trying to get back to it. Fucking, legend has it we're supposed to do a Wolf House watch along at some point on there. That'll be fun whenever we're able to finally make that happen. But yeah, subscribe, and when it finally does happen, you'll be the first to know.
You will.
And next week, I believe, is the one I am very
Yeah,
fucking
with
excited for. Yes, dude. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I am very excited. We have a very, very, very special guest. Very several actually special guests. We are joined by Roman fucking Candle next week. I am so excited to have this band on. We are talking As Above, So Below. Such a fucking crazy ass movie when you revisit it. It's so much fun. I don't know if you guys haven't
if
seen it right
if
now listening, go and
if I
watch
may
it.
if I may practice my Spanish, que arriba tan abajo. I think that is as above,
Yeah.
so below.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but yeah. We're gonna cover
Yeah,
that
I'm
one next week.
bilingual.
Yeah, exactly. we're
Minus
gonna,
the lingual.
we're gonna cover that next week. Thank you guys for listening. Like I said, just go do all the stuff. Let us show us some love. Oh, sorry. Email devilsworkpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what your favorite hentais
Yeah,
are.
let us know what gets your tentacle throbbing. I regretted that immediately. As I was
Alright,
saying
you
it, I
guys,
wanted it to end.
we're out of here.
And
Have a good
here's your
one.
daily reminder. If you're 23, don't ask a 17-year-old to move in.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck was
I
that,
hate that
man?
we live in a world where it needs to be said, but it
I
really
hate that you
does.
ended on that note. Bye.
If I didn't, someone would have, they would have done it.